The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 284, being recorded on November the 24th, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, and as Jesus walks out today, I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief, Henley Merrill. Welcome back, Henley, welcome.
Hi, it's good to be back. I'm back. Hi, everyone. How are you?
Doing mighty fine there, partner. How you doing?
Doing good. Good.
Nice.
Took a couple weeks off, but yeah, nice to be back on the show again.
Thank you for coming back, Gunny. And from Little Ohio, the Mayo.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What up?
Little Ohio.
Little Ohio.
Big Mayo in Little Ohio.
Hey,
How
Little
big-
Ohio is
how-
kicking
How
butt
big
right
is
now.
Ohio? How big is Ohio?
Ohio? It takes like 5 hours to drive north and south, I believe.
Really? To drag all the way across it for just 5 hours?
Just north and south, yeah.
What about like east to west?
If I had to guess, maybe 5.
No.
Wow.
No.
That's tiny.
It's a
dude.
flyover state. You
That's
don't
like
land
nothing.
in it.
I could be
Just keep
completely
going.
wrong. Because we're more in the central Ohio, and I think it's like an hour and a half. Maybe. Maybe it could only be even like 4 hours to drive across.
You know what?
Wow.
Hold on a second, Mayo. I think you're thinking horse and carriage here.
It
Right,
could
'cause you
be
are a
with horse and
hillbilly.
carriage.
Horse and carriage. We're talking about horses here, Gunny. Mm-hmm.
Welcome here, Mayo. Welcome.
I'm
You gotta
just,
remember, this
I don't
isn't
know,
like-
like all the East Coast states are little states in my opinion, aren't they, Gunny? Like all the East Coast states are like tiny compared to like the West Coast states.
Like Delaware is super small. I
Yeah.
know that.
Like
Yeah,
what's the
yeah,
other
we
one? What is
New
that?
Jersey's, I think. Well, Jersey's more of a
Vermont,
long state, a backwards
Rhode Island,
California.
yeah, they're all
Connecticut,
small right along
Yeah,
the
Rhode
coast.
Island.
because they're all like right next to each other. They're all like really tiny, like little fucking things next to each other.
Not out here. We got big states.
Big old states. Mm-hmm.
We ain't no Texas, but we're still big.
Like them Californians and them Oregonians and them Washingtonians. Mm-hmm.
The Arizonians.
Yeah, partner, and them Nevadans. Mm-hmm. That's right, Mayo. Fuck the East Coast. That's what we're trying to say.
That's right. West Coast, West Coast. The only
Whatever.
coast.
Whatever.
We're
We're
no
just
coast.
kidding. We're just kidding to all our listeners. Yeah.
You're just jealous of flat Ohio.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's show number 284. You can follow us on Twitter _Horrible Gamers. Leave us a review on iTunes. Leave us a review on our Facebook page, Horrible Gamers Podcast. In that page, there is a link to the closed group. That's Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. When we say it's a closed group, we mean that you have to answer a few questions to get in. Then we have to approve you. And then once you're in the group, you can see whatever we post in the group. But that means people on your timeline cannot see what you post in the group unless they're part of the group as well. Also, you can support the show with the monies over at Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. Like our friends. Put the list. Damn it, I need to log in again. Shit. Fucking goddamn.
Okay, while you're logging in, I had to look it up just to make myself feel better, but I didn't really do much better. Ohio is number 35 in size of
See?
states.
Oh, you're high up on that list.
Hey, we are way better than Kentucky, Virginia, Indiana. See, they can.
Yeah.
But
West
not by
Virginia,
much.
See, we got them.
Okay. All right.
Little old Hawaii. See, we got something better than Hawaii.
I mean, Hawaii is an
You've got landed
island.
mass.
They're an island, though, Mayo. They're like
Yeah,
in the
that's
middle of nowhere.
besides the point.
It's surrounded by coast,
By water.
coastal waters.
Who wants to be surrounded by water?
Right, you can have corn surrounded by cornfields. Yeah,
Hey.
that's even better.
Cornfields. Anyways, Our friend Adam Sunday supports the show with the monies. Alan Maybe H, Bill Garner II, Brandon Willier, Brian Capessa, Chad, Commandalorian, David Snyder, Evan Tanaka, Henley M, Jesse Kraft, John Jerome, Jonathan D. Hall, Jonathan Arcelo, M. Polo, Mechmod, Porkchop Poo, Robbie Wheat, The Mayo, Subvader, and Vader Holic. Thank you guys for supporting the show with the monies. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm thankful for you guys, for this Thanksgiving episode of Horrible Gamers.
That's right. Yes, it is.
It
Happy
is.
Thanksgiving out there to everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone out there.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. And to all of you working on Thanksgiving, thank you for working on Thanksgiving. Whether it's like you working because you work retail or whatever, fast food, or like even if you're like a cop or a paramedic or a doctor.
A first responder. Sure.
Well, not even first responders. What about doctors, Gunny? Doctors aren't first responders.
Second responders.
They're second
takers.
Responders in general.
People.
Thank you guys for being out there and working on that crazy holiday. Can you imagine being like a cop, having to like be the one that's like at the mall or something in some crazy big city like New York or something, where everyone's showing up for Black Friday, and you're like
I'd hate to be that or the security guard.
the security guard they hired to like prevent theft and fights. You're like, holy shit, there's like 1 million people here. Fuck. That would suck.
Give that guy a pay raise this week.
Right? I want triple time.
Triple time. Yeah. Fuck yeah. And like 10 other dudes working with me at the same time. Oh shit. Anyways, you can also support the show by going over to Redbubble and buying some gear at Redbubble. You can just search for the Horrible Gamers. You see our logo on a t-shirt, find that store, click on it. You can find over 70 items you can buy over at Redbubble. And I think this week they had a sale going on. So
yeah, I know we had a question from Nipron about that.
I know they emailed me and they were like, 50% off everything. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, what? How are we going to make money on this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are we still getting the profit here? What's
I don't know what's going on there.
I think I got the email for free sticker shipping is what my email was.
Yeah, like something 50% off all t-shirts. Buy. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Anyways, you can go there and support the show by buying gear, some HGP gear like a water bottle, a block, a clock, or a sock.
Not a rock. Can't buy rocks.
Not a rock. Or you can support that show by going over to Stitcher and signing up for Stitcher Premium. With Stitcher Premium, you can listen to some premium podcasts, ad-free listening, as well as some exclusive shows that Stitcher has. So head on over to Stitcher.com/premium and sign up. Only $34.99 a year or $4.99 a month. You can sign up easily, quickly on your browser, on your phone, or on your desktop. Just go now. Just go do it. Stitcher.com/premium. There's a code that you can put in there. Use promo code HorribleGamers to receive 1 free month. Woo!
Yeah.
1 free month. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Go and get a free month of Stitcher Premium, people. Just go. Go do it. Go help the show. Get a free month. Sign up. Stitcher.com/premium, promo code HorribleGamers. And finally, but not lastly, we're going to give a shout out to Fowler and Twistix for Breakout, their intro song to the show. And Broke for Free, Night Owl, the outro song for our show. Thank you guys for letting us use your music as our intro and outro music for the podcast. Now, let's talk about video games. Yeah.
Times.
That's right, partner.
Oh, yeah.
So I went back and played some more Red Dead last week, Mayo. Played some more Red Dead, Mayo.
I got a little bit in.
That old game that came out last year, yep.
Fuck you, Gunny. So anyways, I went back and actually, funny enough, right? They release a patch. The fucking assholes release a patch, right? And they're like, this patch is to prevent more crashing on them AMD CPUs and on them Intel or whatever the fuck was it, i9 i7s and i5 CPUs are going to prevent them crashes.
Mm-hmm.
And
How
then,
did that go?
and then they're like, this patch is going to fix everything.
You need to buy it.
So I download the patch, right? I download the patch. And I was streaming the game like the day before. And to stream the game, you have to switch from Vulkan to DirectX 12. And for me, I was running the game fine on Vulkan. DirectX 12 is what causes the crashes for me. I'm running an AMD CPU, but an NVIDIA GPU. I don't know if that's the case. Is it because I'm running Vulkan it runs better? Or if I switch over to DirectX 12 is causing crashes? I don't know what's going on there. But that's what happened to me. So anyways, because I was streaming, I was running DirectX 12. And actually my game crashed during the stream. If you watch my stream, at the end of that stream, my fucking game just crashed. So I was a little pissed off because of that. But anyways, I go to download this patch, and I'm still running DirectX 12. And then everything on my computer resets, because all the settings got reset to low or whatever. Like, once again, you do a patch, all your settings get reset. So I go through and I do all the settings, back to high and medium and ultra and all that shit. Go through all the fucking settings, do all that. I leave it on DirectX 12. And what happens as the game is loading into the campaign? It crashes. It just fucking crashes.
Yeah.
So I wasn't very happy because of that, man. It really just, like, that kind of just, like, whatever, pissed me off, and I just didn't launch the game again.
So was it at first you just did figure out that it was launching through like with that setting and you couldn't figure out what it was, or what? Like DirectX 12? You needed to switch it?
No. By default, it's on Vulkan. But I switched it to DirectX 12 to be able to stream, because Streamlabs doesn't pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yep.
OBS won't display it if it's running on Vulkan. It only displays it if it's running on DirectX 12, which is fucking weird. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, you would think that it would just be fine if it was running Vulkan, but it doesn't. It's like, nope, we don't recognize the video. We don't know what your computer's doing. Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's
Windows.
like, you don't know what we're doing. What the fuck?
How do you set your streaming up with your OBS? Do you use like a full screen image, or do you have it capture a specific window?
I have it
'Cause
capture a specific window.
Okay, that's what I have mine doing. I don't remember if I haven't tried streaming Red Dead yet.
Try Red Dead. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to run it on Vulkan. Maybe they switched it. Maybe they patched that, but I know when I tried it the other day when I was streaming, I don't know when it was. It must have been sometime during the week. But I was streaming it, and sure enough, it wouldn't let me do Vulkan. It was DirectX 12 only, but that's what causes the crashes for me. So sure enough, I did like one bounty mission, and the game crashed. So it was kind of shitty, but whatever. That's what it is. I got the white Arabian horse, Mayo. Got it on my first try.
Yes.
Actually, just I rode up there on my horse, right? Like Arthur was dying because he was like super cold. I forgot to put like clothing on him. I kept
You ran up there with a tank top
yeah,
on?
pretty much. He's like, oh, I'm cold, partner. He's all fucking. I was like smoking all the cigarettes and fucking drinking all the alcohol to keep him warm.
That'll help.
And then,
Sure.
and then, sure enough, like I pulled up to that same spot. I knew where I found them last time, and I found her, and then she was right there. Like, oh, all right, girl, you're all right.
Was it right at the lake?
Yeah, right there, just
Okay.
sitting right there. That's where it always is. That's where it's gonna be
I
all the
was
time.
trying to help Ghost Nico find it, and he was asking me about it, and he asked me where it was at, and I told him I was like, when I found it, it was there the first time I went up there, and it was just standing there right beside the lake, just waiting for me. And he looked for a while, and he has yet to find it. And I even
That's
showed him
weird.
on the area of the map. I screenshotted it for him, sent him the screenshot, and he still can't find it. He's like, "You were one lucky son of a gun."
It's
I can't
to
remember
the-
how many.
It's to the left of Lake Elizabeth. I think that's what it's called, Lake Elizabeth. It's up in the north.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
It's up in the northeast.
Yeah, I
or
remember
northwest.
seeing a YouTube video on that a long time ago.
Yeah, and so yeah,
But
I
I
caught
never
the
went and
horse.
got it.
I got the horse in the first try, and yeah, I like it. It feels good. It's a fast horse. So yeah. Anyways, I've been doing some more missions in Red Dead, and that game is good, man. It's a lot of fun. But I've been doing mostly online stuff, so just been focusing on the online, trying to get my bounty hunter rank up. That's really it.
Yeah, I need to jump on the online. I just did a little bit of the campaign, I did the part where you have to save the Reverend at the poker table, and then he ends up on the train on the bridge, and he gets stuck.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I've done.
What are you doing, Reverend? He's all fucking just all drunk out of his mind. My foot's stuck. I'm stuck on this railroad track.
It took me a minute to realize I had to like hit a button to pull him out, and you got to keep hitting it.
Yeah.
So I kind of started hitting the button late, and I was kind of wondering what happened if we got hit by the train. If it would just
I'm pretty sure it would just kill you, and then you have to
kill us
restart.
both and restart. Yeah, we got out in time, but
Yeah, and then the next morning I went back to camp and I passed out, and then the next morning he was sitting there. He's always drunk. That's the thing about that Reverend.
Yes.
He's always
Yeah.
fucking wasted. He's like wasted by a rock. He was singing a song. He's like, I love her. And he's just singing this fucking song all fucking wasted. This love song. And I was like, what are you doing, Reverend? And he's like, fuck you, Arthur. He's just fucking, just chilling all fucking wasted.
He's always talking shit, yeah.
But then he has like a redemption arc later on in the game. I think he ended up sobering up or something, and then he ends up like leaving to Mexico or something. Because he's actually in Red Dead 1. Spoilers. He's in the first game that came out, which is the sequel to this game. So he survives. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Anyways. Besides, you want to talk about Red Dead, man? Because I'm done talking about Red Dead.
No, I don't have a whole lot more to add. Just the fact that online play, I didn't really do much more besides create my character, get out of my little jail clothes, and go to my camp, and then I just stopped at that point.
Yeah.
Just kind of waiting. I did that campaign, did a couple missions. I think I had Ghost Nico contact me on Discord, and I kind of stopped and talked to him for a little while. And I actually take it back to those Cadillacs. Actually, I got to talk to Cadillacs a little bit, and he's kind of hard to hear over the dialogue of the game, so I kind of stopped the game and we were chatting because it's been a while, and then I went on and played something different for a little while at that point.
Nice. Yeah, Red Dead's an incredible game. It looks beautiful, man. There's some points in that game I'm just like, wow. Wow. You know, just you sit there and you just like marvel at the whole scope of everything and how beautiful everything looks. You're like, holy shit. This is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But tip of advice, if you have Amazon Prime, go to Twitch Prime, which you get for free for having Amazon Prime, and claim your free bounty hunter job thing. Like, there's a thing in there. There's like a prize or whatever for Twitch Prime people for GTA Online. Not a GTA, but Red Dead Online. And they pretty much, it gives you like a free bounty hunter job. So you can get like, you can go and become the bounty hunter for free.
Otherwise, it costs.
Which is what I did. Yeah, or otherwise,
something.
they charge you 18 gold bars. That's a lot of gold bars. That's like, I want to say that's like $5 or $10 in game, like in real life money. So, yeah, even though you have like 50 gold bars because you pre-ordered the game, so you get like 50 gold bars for pre-order and even the standard edition. And if you pre-order like one of the ultimate editions, you get even more gold, I think. But if you don't want to spend any of your gold, go to Twitch Prime and sign up for that or whatever, or link your shit up, and it'll recognize that you play online, and then you'll get that for free. It'll save
That's
you
cool.
some
Have
money.
you done any of the jobs yet?
Yeah. So like I said, I became a bounty hunter. So that's like the only job I've been doing. Really, I didn't become a hunter yet, or I mean, I could go become a hunter and a whatever tradesman or some shit. I think is what he's called, the guy that treasure hunts or whatever, treasure hunter or some shit. But I'm just a bounty hunter. I pretty much just like go town to town and look at the bounty boards. Every town, literally every fucking town or like train station has like these bounty boards. And then it'll be like, we'll give you $600 or $100 or $50 if you go track down this person and bring him in alive. Or if you bring him in dead too, we'll give you so much money. And then every week, I don't know if you noticed, but Rockstar releases trailers on their like social accounts, like either on Instagram, on Facebook, or on Twitter. They release these trailers every week. And then it'll show like some new criminal, right? Well, like those criminals are part of the Red Dead Online universe. And what they do every week is they'll have like the special bounty hunt. And it'll be like that character, and it'll have like a crazy cutscene, and it'll be like, this guy's wanted for 50 bank robberies in 10 states. Or some shit, you know what I mean? Now you gotta go find him, partner. just shit like that, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I think that those are pretty well done cutscenes, and then you go and you get them. And then I didn't know this, but later on as a bounty hunter, you can actually unlock wagons. So you can like unlock these wagons. You know, like the wagons like the cops drive in the game, like they carry prisoners and shit in the game. You can have one of those, and you can just run around the game just like collecting like multiple bounties, piling them all up inside the cart, like arresting people and throwing them in the cart, and just have like 10 people in the cart at once, like all under arrest, and then go and turn everybody in at once in jail. You know what I mean? So you don't have to like go back and forth to the jails. You could just like go like on a fucking 5-person bounty hunt. You know, I'm gonna go get like this whole gang of people that are up here in the mountains or something.
Nice.
So that's
half
pretty cool.
Dead and half alive.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
I'll pile the dead bodies on top of the live ones. Fuck it, you know. Get on in there, boys.
Throw some Molotov cocktails in there while I'm at it.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how you can do that, but that's like later on in the bounty hunting. You have to be like level, I think it's level 10 as a bounty hunter, or level 12 to unlock one of the wagons, and then you can unlock an advanced wagon. You unlock like a basic wagon at first, then you unlock this like higher, like more badass looking wagon, like at level 20. And then you can just drive around these wagons and shit and arrest people. And actually, when you become a higher level bounty hunter, say you become like a level 19 bounty hunter or whatever, I think at that point, or level 12 I think it is, you can actually start chasing real players. So like players in the game that are doing evil shit, like killing people, or people that are just running around just killing people and trolling people, you know, they get bounties for murdering people. And the higher their bounties, you can go and decide, be like, hey, you know what, that guy has a high enough bounty, I'm going to go collect on him. So you go and arrest that guy and fuck him up or whatever. You know what I mean?
That's cool. Stuff like that, you know, that would be pretty interesting.
So
but man, you just brought back memories of me playing Red Dead 2 online, where I had a wagon, and I think I forgot who I was playing with. This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, man, I want to say it was one session I had with, maybe it was Johnny Dawn and a few other people where, you know, we're just out doing some missions and stuff. But I remember that wagon, it broke down, because I think I ended up killing the person who owned it, you know, and just trying to be careful and you know, and follow like this posse together, you know, with real online players. So it was pretty tight.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. We did like I created a posse, like a temp, because you can create a permanent posse, which I haven't done yet because I haven't played with any real friends. But I always create like a temporary posse, and it only costs like $1 in the game or $2 to do it. And then like it'll be like Jesus Walks a Lot posse, and then you can have like 4 people in there with me. And then people will join your posse really quickly. Like just random players will join, people that want to play with other people. And I had like 3 or 4 people join me the other day. And we did this wagon mission where we had to escort these wagons, like 3 or 4 wagons, to like this one area. So it was like pretty badass because all of us were just riding our horses next to the wagons going up this mountain. I was like, this is pretty legit. Like literally nobody shooting at us. Nothing bad is happening. We're just walking next to these wagons, but this is pretty fun. And it's just fun, like meeting other players. I don't know what it is.
You definitely get immersive into that, you know?
Yeah, you like just
like
I was into
mission.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of fun there. Red Dead, guys, get it? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Game of the year
coming out for PC. I mean for Steam next month.
Game of the year 2018. Woohoo!
PC.
They need to wait. They need to wait and release this game on Steam in January to make it Game of the Year next year.
Then
also.
I can vote for it as Game of the Year when it comes to the big steamer.
The big steamer. Anyways, guys, speaking of the big steamer, another thing that I completed this week and I achieved a great achievement, one of the greatest achievements a man can achieve in any achievement ever. Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
You prestiged?
No, you cannot prestige. You can never prestige in the game. So I'm already level 55. I'm actually level 99 now. Once you reach level 150, what happens is like the season will end, and the season resets everybody back to 55 that are already 55. So what you're trying to do is in the season you're trying to rank up the highest you can go on. So you're trying to get to 150, then you're trying to get these different coins for completing challenges. That's what you're trying to do for the season. And then once the season ends, which I think we've already had 1 or 2 seasons, they end like every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks they end. And when they end, pretty much what happens is everyone gets reset to 55, and then you restart as your officer progression again. Which is really quick. I mean, dude, I'm like level 99 already. And I played for like 4 days straight.
Yeah.
So
that would do it.
Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, so anyways, my greatest achievement in Modern Warfare Call of Duty was I got the gold gun for the M4.
Oh, nice.
I unlocked all the weapon challenges for it. So I did all the challenges for it. I did all the headshots, the crouching shots, the mounted shots, the
hip fires,
right? The laser hip fires, the fucking have no attachments on your gun and get 200 kills or whatever with no attachments on your gun. I did all that shit in like 2 days, one night actually. It took me like 1.5 nights. I've been playing with the M4 since the game came out. So I guess technically it's been like a month and whatever since the game came out that I've been using it. But I've been on and off using the gun, you know what I mean? So I've been using like other weapons in between. But it wasn't actually till the other day when I noticed that I have like the gun almost all the way leveled up. It was like level 69 or 70 or something. And I was like, you know what? I could start going after all these camo challenges because I've already completed a few of them. Like I had already done like 2 or 3 of the camo challenges, which are the basic ones, like get 1,000 kills, get 100 or 200 kills aiming down sights with the scope or fucking red dot sight or whatever. All that shit I had done already, but there was a few of them that I didn't have done. For example, the crouching shots, like be crouched and get 150 kills, or like be mounted and get 200 kills while you're mounted. You know how you can mount your gun on shit? You have to be mounted and you have to get 200 kills by being mounted, or get 100-something headshots with like a certain type of scope on your gun. So I had to do all those, and I got the golden gun. When I got the golden gun, though, I realized real quick that there's 2 other camos besides gold. So there's gold. There's another one that's like a silver, like metallic chrome-looking silver type camo. It looks kind of like the guns from the zombies when you like upgrade your guns in the zombie mode for Call of Duty. I don't know if you've ever done that. It's called what the fuck is it called? Like the thing where you pack a punch your gun. You know, you pack a punch your gun.
Oh yeah, yeah, like in the vending machine. Yeah.
And it turns all shiny. It looks like
Black
that.
Ops 2 did that. Yep.
And then there's like another level. So there's 2 more levels of skins you can unlock. So there's like a silver metallic looking gun thing, and that's like when I scrolled over to that, it said, "Okay, you've got gold gun on your M4, but if you want this camo on your M4, you have to unlock the golden guns on every single rifle in the assault rifle category."
Wasn't that like some kind of transmography or something? It was a long word that I cannot pronounce.
Fucking A. I was like, I'm not going to be able to unlock the golden gun camo on every single gun in the assault rifle category because I don't like the Odin. And I just don't think I'm going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? Because some of those challenges were hard, man. Some of those challenges were like, you have to get like 50 kills with like the melee perk on your gun, and you have to like melee people to death. So you don't have to shoot them. You have to run up to them and like punch them in the face with your gun. And that's harder than it seems when you don't think about it. You're like, oh, that's so easy, Jesus. That's not hard at all. But when you're just focused on that, you know what I mean? You're just focused on that one thing. You're trying to get that one type of kill because that's the one type of kill you need. It gets fucking hard to do. So I had to end up going to like that Shoot House 24/7 map, that little tiny map, and I was just running around punching everybody with my gun. Just like punch. I was just punching the shit. Everybody was like, "Fuck that, Jesus!" Everyone was mad at me. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to get all the golden camos for everything. And then I think the last camo you can unlock, the purple looking camo. That one you have to get golden guns for every single gun in the game. Like you have to get the golden skin for everything in the game.
Jeez.
That includes the launchers, that includes the riot shield, that includes the ballistic knife, that includes the pistols, that includes all your side weapons, like all the rocket launchers and all that shit. That includes all that. Hey, but you know what?
But Jesus, just take the next 10 days, and I think by the end of it, you'll be 100% golden.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think you can do it in 2 weeks.
I don't know. It was tough.
Just take off the rest of the next week after. Yeah.
Don't you have a short week this week?
3-day week, work week. Yeah, you go right. 4-day weekend. We can grind it out, boys.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know, man. I was really happy though getting that golden gun because I'm pretty much like one of the only people in the lobbies when I get into a lobby. You know how it shows the people with like what type of guns they have. Like I'm the only dude with the golden gun in that shit. I'm like, fuck yeah. There was one other dude that I saw with
this guy.
Yeah, I saw one other player that I've been playing when I was playing, like, I think it was Ground War or something. I saw one other player, and he had a golden M4 as well. I'm like, hell yeah, he knows what gun's the best. Because, honestly, guys, the M4 is the best gun in the game. No matter how much they nerf that shit, it is the best long-range and close-range weapon in the whole game. You can kill people from a distance, and when people run up on you, you can just kill them right away. It's such a good gun all the way around that I don't recommend using any other gun, really. All the other assault rifles suck. I've been using the AK-47. And that is the last assault rifle you unlock. You unlock that shit like a level 55 or something. And, like, the AK-47 is not a good gun. It has too much recoil to, like, be a decent gun. You know what I mean? Like, the M4 doesn't have that much recoil, and it's pretty steady, and it just shoots straight. It's kind of like a laser beam almost. While
I was watching somebody with the light machine gun today. Yeah. I was watching him stream, one of the streamers that I follow, and that gun, it seems like it takes a while to, like, raise up, like, from running full stop, pull aim to sights.
Yeah, it does.
Seem to take the longest.
The M60, yeah, it takes a while to lift it up or whatever. But the AK-47, man, like, that thing, it just recoils everywhere. You start shooting, that thing goes up in the air. It's like, you start fucking, you have to, like, make sure that the gun is, like, aimed down, that so you shoot up.
Well, I'm curious, like, so for that, for example, for the AK-47, would PC players probably have a better advantage over that gun than actual console players?
I would say so.
I think that would be
you can get headshots. You can, because the gun is really powerful. That's the good thing about the AK-47. It's a little bit more powerful than the M4, so that means when you attach a suppressor on it, it's probably going to do more damage than an M4 with the suppressor on it. But the thing is, it doesn't matter for me at that point because I'm always playing hardcore. And in hardcore, your life is limited, you know what I mean? Your life is lowered a lot. So, like, mostly every gun can kill you with, like, a few shots. Or I'm playing realism where, like, the body shots are the same, but headshots are increased, so I'm always going for headshots, really. So it's not that difficult, you know what I mean? Like, you get used to it. If you're playing core, though, I suggest using the M4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
good weapon.
The new map is cool. The shoot down or whatever, shoot house or whatever the fuck it's called. And then that new,
shoot house.
The new ground war map is pretty cool as well.
Yeah, that's what I was watching today. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks good.
That farm map is okay. I think we need another, like, a city ground war map is what we need. Anyways,
Sweet.
If you didn't know now, the realism mode is now, like, all the modes. It has, like, all the type of game modes in it, and it has night vision modes as well.
I have yet to play one of those.
Under the realism mode. That's all, like, Brink plays, so when I join Brink, he's, like, always playing that shit. I'm like, fucking night vision, and, like, it'll be domination, but it'll be, like, in realism mode or whatever, or hard point in realism mode. It's pretty crazy, because it's, like, no HUD or anything, you know? Anyways.
Yeah. Boy.
Moving on now to some other shit that I played. And I heard that there's also new, there's new co-op. The way the co-op is set up now, they switched it to, like, how Modern Warfare 2 was, where they had the star system, where you would get, like, 1, 2, or 3 stars per mission. So I heard that they've added that to this co-op in this game. But I haven't even launched it yet, so I don't know how that works. But they've added, like, new types of special op missions. And they added a star rating system to them as well.
Okay. Like, yeah, see if you're... That's cool that they did that, because that really needed a patch and a big update for it.
Yeah, so hopefully they, like... It seems like they kind of, like, almost finished it now, finally. And they also added, like, this new trials mode to the actual multiplayer itself. So in the multiplayer, in the main menu, you'll see this thing called trial. And you click on it, and it'll be like, you have 5 tickets to enter. And, like, the first one is, like, a one where you run through, like, it's like an obstacle course kind of type thing where, like, targets are popping up. And some of them will be civilians or some will be people holding guns. And your goal is to run through the obstacle course, shooting the targets that have guns and not trying to shoot the civilians because you get a score penalty. You're trying to run through these different obstacle courses through this room. You know, it's like a training room, like grounds or whatever. You're running through it all. You're trying to get through that whole area in, like, 40 seconds to get, like, 3 stars or something.
Yeah, I think Modern Warfare 2 did that, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Modern Warfare 2 did that. And, yeah, they're trying to copy the same thing. But the thing is, in this one, if you get, like, 1 star, you get, like, 2,000 XP towards your multiplayer. If you get 2 stars, you get, like, 3,000 XP. And if you get 3 stars, you get, like, 5,000 XP or whatever. So like the better you do on it, the more XP. Like they'll give you like an XP bonus to your like multiplayer or whatever. So that's pretty cool. It actually affects your multiplayer like level or whatever. And then they also have like once you complete the training course one, it switches over to live fire. So like you're actually like in a map with like real people, like real terrorists or whatever the fuck, and they drop you off in like this, and like they tell you like, all right, you have to run through this map and you have to kill 40 people that are on this map. There's 40 enemies in that map scattered around. It's like one of the multiplayer maps. So you have to run around that map and you have to fucking kill 40 people, but you have to like go a certain direction because they have like certain doorways and pathways blocked. So like the map is telling you to go a certain way around the map, and you have to make sure you don't miss anybody. I missed this one dude in the beginning, and I had like 39 out of 40, and like the timer was like running out of time. It was like 10, 9. I'm like, where the fuck is this dude? I ran all the way back to the beginning, and he was like in the beginning hiding, and he was like hiding in a corner or something. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Behind the coffee table, I was scared.
How the fuck did I miss you in the beginning? And yeah, I pretty much failed it. I was like, you fucking motherfucker. And then like they give you like, I think they give you like 2 or 3, they give you 2 retries. So like if you mess up the first time, they'll be like, okay, you can run it again. Or like for example, the first time you get like 1 star and you think you can get 2 stars, you can get 3 stars, you could do better. Like it lets you run it again to try to get a better score.
That would suck to get 39 out of 40. You're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm getting 3 stars, and then some wimp is hiding behind the freaking refrigerator.
That's exactly what happened to me. Some asshole was like hiding to the left, like when I came in, he was just hiding behind like this weird thing.
Restroom. Sorry about that.
Sorry, boys, I forgot the training started. My bad. Anyways, besides Call of Duty, big development this week, guys. Big development. I beat a game.
You did.
You know, add to this list.
Big game.
Sort of a big game. I
Star Wars.
beat Star Wars.
Yes, young Padawan.
And I'm not a Padawan anymore, Gunny. I'm a Jedi Knight now.
Jedi Knight. Yeah.
I'm a fucking Jedi Knight now, mother,fucker. Yeah.
Jesus.
Woo!
I'm still in the beginning. I'm still at that, like, I chose my first planet, so I'm at the first planet.
Wow, dude. 'Cause
I don't finish games.
You have so much left to do.
If it makes you feel better, Gunny, I haven't gotten that far yet.
You're still in that first
Well,
area?
I take it back. I started playing a little bit, and my youngest son seen it, and he kind of wanted to play it for himself. So I actually let him restart it, and he got up to the point where I was at, and then I kind of left the room and had to do some things. So I think he went further on. He might be to the part. I think he said he was in an area that was really dark, and he was having a hard time visually seeing on the monitor. He said it was just really dark, and he didn't know what was going on. Really, I couldn't really figure out what he was talking about, so he was further than I was.
So anyways, what do you want to know, Gunny?
No, just how was it? What was your overall rating of the game and experience?
It's by far my favorite Star Wars game that I've ever played. I think ever. And that's coming from like me playing like KOTOR and all that shit. Like I really like those games. And I think they were incredible for the type of game it was, like an open RPG type game. Mm-hmm. But this is by far the best like curated Star Wars experience I've ever played. Like where it's like a linear story. It has a definite end to it. Like it has like a beginning and an ending, and it takes you through a line. But it feels good. Like the ending feels satisfying. Like at the end, dude, the whole ending mission, like the whole ending sequence, like my mind was just fucking blown. I was like, holy shit! I can't believe this motherfucker showed up. This guy, what? And like I was just like that the whole time at the end of the game. I was like, what? No, this guy too. What the fuck? It's just like, holy shit, he did it. And I was like that the whole fucking time at the end, man. I was like, holy fuck. And then at the end of the game, I was just like, my mind was just fucking blown. I was like, holy fuck.
I have not, like, I don't even know what you're talking about, which is awesome, because I've been avoiding spoilers. I only know about Cal and like his, like where he came from. So I think I'm good, man. So thanks for not spoiling it. What do you mean, like where he
came from? Like, from that that junkyard space place or whatever.
Yeah, but but going back to like some of the earlier movies, but yeah, like basically like where he was a child from. I don't even know if that would be a spoiler or not.
I don't think that would be. That would
you and Gibbs talking about that last week.
That wouldn't be a spoiler. I don't think. Like knowing where like what planet he's from.
Yeah.
Because in the game you find out who his Jedi Master was. You find out where he and his Jedi Master were during like Order 66. You see like all that shit go down, and you're like, oh shit! Like that's why, like his master's not with them, or that's why this is happening, or that's why like he's hiding on this fucking planet because this happened. Like you start realizing like, holy shit, this was them during Order 66. Like what the fuck?
Right.
And you start realizing, like, you start putting all the pieces together, like why are these other Jedis, like, why are they working for the fucking Emperor? Why are they part of the Empire? You realize, like, what the shit the Empire did to those Jedis to, like, make him turn for them. And you're like, holy fuck, holy shit, everything makes sense now. You can tell it's totally a canon type thing, like this is tied into the Star Wars universe. Like it's totally a side story. But like having watched the films and having known that story, like you're like, holy shit, it makes sense. Like this makes sense. It's part of this story. It's really well done the way they tie it all together in the end. Like there's a few weird fucking sequences in the end, but there's some really cool Jedi fights, dude. I want to say there's like 1, 2, 3. I want to say there's like 4 really good Jedi fights in the game, where you're fighting like real Jedis, and it's like a fucking movie, dude. Like where both of you are just like parrying each other, and you just like you're almost fucking dead, and you somehow pull it off, and they're using the Force against you, using the Force against them, and it's so fucking cool, man. It's fucking sick.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I can't wait to upgrade and get to the end of it. I should be able to get to it by the end of the year for sure.
So, Jesus, this is one of the games I've played a little bit this week of. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, I haven't had a game in a long time where it had like a climbing mechanic like this. And it felt very old school in that aspect of, like, oh, this great area here, I know I have to climb it. And then you get to the side and you have to like jump from grate to grate. Or in that first planet where you're on where it's all green and has all that vegetation and stuff, and you're climbing the vines and stuff like that. It just, for some reason, all that climbing, it made me feel like, you take away the fancy graphics, I could just picture this game in a Lego version and playing like a Lego game. And the little bit that I played, for some reason,
I was thinking more Tomb Raider, than a Lego game. I thought that's what you were going to say.
I just, like, I played the different Star Wars Lego games.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Climbing
I played
mechanics.
most of the Star Wars.
In the Star Wars
walls.
In all the Lego games, they have those vines and shit. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, it's like that. But what I would say is more like Gunny in terms of graphics and shit. It looks a lot like Tomb Raider, and it's a lot like Uncharted.
There you go.
So they took like a little bit from Uncharted, which was the climbing. They took the thing from Tomb Raider. They took was the open world, closed off sections and puzzles. They took from Tomb Raider. Then they took a little bit from Dark Souls with like the little campfire type things where you like have to meditate and save points. And they took like little shit from like a bunch of games and kind of mashed it all together. So what I don't like about the game is that it feels like Respawn didn't know what to do, so they were like, what do we do to make a good game? And they're like, well, how about we just steal from every other good game?
Right,
little piece.
I get that. That's what my thought was.
What's the best part of this one good game? And everyone's like, everyone likes the climbing in Uncharted. They thought that was innovative. How about we put that in our game? Like, that's what it felt like they did. Like they had a meeting and they were like, what did we steal from every other game? Like it wasn't original thinking. But at the end of the day, I do like it. Like, it kind of fits in with the Star Wars, like, theme. Like, this Jedis have fucking powers. They know how to do this shit. They know how to fight like this. They know how to do shit like this. And later on, you do get, like, some cool powers, Mayo and Gunny, that, like, the vines and shit, like, you can, like, pull them towards you. Like, you get a pull power.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
And now you don't have to worry about jumping onto a vine. You can just pull the vine towards you, and the dude grabs onto the fucking vine. So you'll die less once you get that power.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm on that first, that second planet where I didn't quite jump as far as I needed to get to that vine. I was like, no, what the hell? It seems far away.
Yeah.
But then I realized, like, okay, I need to jump at the last second to get to the vine,
Yeah.
then jump off.
You also get like a double jump, like I got that double jump like near the end of the game. Like I was surprised how far into the game I finally got the double jump. I was like, holy shit, they really want you to like go back to all these planets where you needed the double jump and try to go. And I'm like, I ain't doing all that.
Yeah. I've seen a few sections where I'm like, okay, I see that's a later thing, right?
I'm not about to go back to that one planet just for that one chest. Fuck you. If I don't need to go back there, I ain't going back there. Like, it came to a point where, like if I saw a chest, I would go for it, but I wasn't actively, like, going back and, like, trying to remember where these chests were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's probably not too hard. Like, once you go back, there's only so many different paths you could take, this way or that way.
Like, there's a lot of paths open up when you get, like, different abilities and shit, so what happens is you can go back and open up new pathways and new hidden areas and new like, easy shortcuts, but all they give you is, like, a poncho. Like, here's a new poncho skin.
Here, you got a skin for your ship. How do you like that?
Yeah,
it's
here's a new skin. Here's a new skin for your ship that you barely look at because you don't really look at it when you're flying. You can look at it when it's parked because you just stand there and look at it for 5 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you never look at the ship.
Yeah, you never look at that fucking ship. And then you get a skin for your BD, which is probably what you look at the most. It's BD. So, but I don't know. The skin thing was like a little lame for me, you know what I mean? I didn't think it was that great, but
right.
Overall the story was well told, and there was some really cool Star Wars-y moments in that game where I was like, yes, this is fucking Star Wars. This is like some straight up fucking George Lucas ass fucking Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, this is it, motherfucker. This is some shit he would write into a Star Wars movie. This cheesy ass shit right here.
Yeah, I think the best part about it so far was pretty much the beginning of the game for me, where that chick comes out. She's like that stormtrooper mom chick.
The second sister or whatever?
Yeah, second sister.
Yeah.
I thought her like that whole scene and like the art style and everything and just how the graphics and stuff.
Those troopers are
pretty
sick.
Awesome.
They're badass looking. They're called
I love that helmet. Yeah, it's just a sick helmet.
What are they called? They're called Inquisitors in the game. They're like so what they are Jedi that were trained to to go to the dark side. So they were taught to use their like anger instead of like the Force, like for good. They were taught to use it for evil. Well, not really evil, but they were taught to use it for like anger, like use their anger instead of like whatever the fuck the Jedi's use. What the fuck did the Jedi happiness? I don't know what the fuck they use.
The light.
But the Inquisitors, they use anger and they use like their emotions to control the Force. They don't use like the Force. They don't use like peace and all. They believe in like fucking anger and like. So yeah, they're like the dark fucking Jedis, but they're all real Jedis. Like they were all Padawans at one point, and like the Jedi turned them over. You know, like yeah, motherfuckers. The Empire turned them over to like evil Jedi to hunt Jedis. Right. They hunt Jedis. Is what they do.
Jedis.
But I thought like that whole story was pretty cool because like that whole thing was where like you find out that in reality like the Empire didn't kill off all the Jedis. They only they only killed the ones that wouldn't join them, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, the Empire isn't all that bad, okay? They're not all that bad, Mayo. God, stop judging them.
Oh, okay.
They may be the good guys. They may be the good guys in this story.
They're not. Yeah, they're not that terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
They only wanted to kill off some of the Jedi, okay? Not all of them.
Well, as much as I went through early on, I think I might be one of them. And so they're still the bad guys. Yeah. I do have to say I really like the beginning, like when the game first opens up and it shows a little robot flying through the sky and it's playing that music and it's kind of bouncing off a couple things and you kind of come in and you see your character and he takes off the headphones, you know, like it has you like with your headphones on. It had that very movie-like feel to it.
Yeah, and like a total like a movie. Yeah, like it was like a movie. Like the whole game, like I said, up to the end of the game, like the whole last, I want to say the last mission of the game where you go like this crazy place. I'm not even gonna tell you what it is because you won't even know what it is. But it's a pretty crazy place you go to, and that whole ending, like they throw every single type of stormtrooper or enemy at you, like every fucking type. And the reason they do that, I feel like, is to like make you like at this point the game is like, you're a fucking Jedi. You can take on anything, motherfucker. You know, like
Yeah.
fight anything. Anyone that tries to stop you, Gunny, you are a fucking Jedi Knight, motherfucker. You take them all out.
That makes sense because as you go through and you're even in the beginning when you're killing each kind of stormtrooper, you get that index of
You scan them.
this kind of stormtrooper.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives you some.
But like at the end, you got like all the Inquisitors and shit. You got like the guy that had the gun, the guy that has like the big hammer thing, and the guy that like all the different Inquisitors, like ones that have like lightsabers. You have all of them, and like there's a point in the game where like you're surrounded by like I want to say like 40 or more stormtroopers, and you're like, holy shit, this is how the Jedi's died in the movie.
Right?
No, you are a badass. You're just like just fucking everybody up, throwing your lightsaber around and fucking using your dual fucking lightsabers and fucking everybody up. You're like, holy shit, it feels epic. And then the music's playing, like the Star Wars music. It's all playing all fucking epic and shit. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. That ending is incredible. Like that ending even has me hyped right now, and I just finished it today, so like it's fresh in my mind, guys.
Sweet.
It's in there. It's fresh. You guys
now I want to go back and give this some more time.
You guys really need to finish the game though, man. Like the thing, I don't know if it's because I'm all Star Wars out right now, like I really am. Thanks to Disney Plus, I've been rewatching the movies, and I'm watching them like in order from like the story perspective. So I watched it from episode 1 with stupid Jar Jar Binks. Now I'm watching episode 2. So like I'm all like into Star Wars right now, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that all like helps out.
It's funny. It must be because of the app, because I did the same thing. I watched the first episode, I want to say about 4 days ago now.
Did you?
and I don't sit down and watch much TV. I just happen to like go to bed early one of these nights. I can't remember what night it was. And I'm like, I'm just going to turn this on. I ended up watching the whole entire thing.
Yeah, you watch like episode 1 with Darth Maul at the end with the dual-bladed lightsaber. That show's sick. I'm like, oh, that's fucking sick. That dude, he has the coolest lightsaber in the whole fucking universe.
I thought, and I'm not big on Star Wars, but I thought he had a bigger role than it. I got thinking about it.
He barely in it.
He's just cool because
the lightsaber.
he had to do a lightsaber.
Yeah, that's the only reason everyone remembers him. Yeah, the only reason anyone ever remembers that dude is because he had that cool lightsaber.
Yeah, because he was pretty like short-lived, really. I mean,
yeah, he wasn't really like that much of a badass either. Like Obi-Wan Kenobi killed his ass. Like I get it. Like yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi's like one of the master Jedis or whatever the fuck, but still like. He killed the Jedi in that last fight. You know what I mean? Like he's like
he's probably the most interesting character to me, just because I think I mentioned it last week. I can't remember now, but I had the opportunity to meet him at a Comic-Con.
Yeah,
and do his panel and got little autographed chips with this Darth Maul picture on it and stuff. So
yeah. Now, did you actually hear that they're making a they plan a they have a series right now, The Mandalorian or whatever. So they've actually greenlighted another series, and it's a Darth Maul series.
I did hear that.
So they're gonna have like a story like based on him and like how he became like a fucking Sith Lord or whatever the fuck, or a Sith Jedi or whatever.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How long would that take? Because I was looking at the release dates for the Marvel stuff, and it's all a year away.
Yeah. I don't know, man. They're gonna have a lot of films and shit, but yeah, Star Wars is good, guys. Play it, watch Star Wars, and play this game, and I hope to make a sequel to this game or something.
Yeah, it's good so far.
Something.
I hope they do.
Yeah. Man, only if BioWare would make like a new like Knights of the Old Republic game. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What are they doing now? Dragon Age, hopefully, like Ryan said.
Wouldn't it be so cool though? Like if they made like a cool, like true Star Wars RPG, like a fucking, like pick what you want to be in the Star Wars universe. You can be a bounty hunter, you can be a fucking smuggler, you can be a Jedi, you can be a fucking Sith Lord. Be whatever you want to be. We don't give a shit. Just pick, motherfucker.
Well, I don't know who made it, but isn't it like it's probably on Steam? But I know it's like Star Wars Online. But I don't know if it's anything like what you described.
You mean like the MMO or whatever?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
there's an
Mayo
MMO,
knows.
but it's not anything.
You know about that, right, Mayo? The MMO? What's it? The Old Republic?
Yeah, I played that a long time ago when it first came out, and most of my friends dropped off of it right away, and they didn't really enjoy it.
Why?
I think at the time it was content. If I remember correctly,
Right.
it didn't have enough content. Like the end game was really shallow. And those MMOs, a lot of people were big in, the game has to have a ton of in-game stuff.
Sure, because people are going
once
to play. Yeah,
Once you hit max level, you got to have stuff to grind for, because people want to keep playing and keep it going. And I think that was subscription based when it first came out, even.
Yes.
And so to justify you paying for it, you need content, And if I remember right, that one lacked a bunch of content. Then after a while, people started dropping off. Then the game became free to play. And then from there, it just kind of became what it is now, I guess.
Yeah, so I like Jesus said, I would rather just have those, those single player games. But I don't know if you do have enough content, then yeah, give us different options in the game.
The reason I say I don't want like an MMO is because I feel like an MMO seems like a time dedication, and I don't want to dedicate a lot of time to a game.
Right.
I'd rather have like a single player experience like this where I can just, if I really get into it, I can just start fucking grinding it out. You know what I mean? Like that's what happened with this game for me. Like it came to a point, like I said, where I was like, you know what? I'm done collecting these chest things. Like if I run into a puzzle for a chest, I'm gonna unlock the puzzle somehow. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to look for the hidden areas. Like whatever. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And even by the end of the game, I didn't have like all of my upgrades done. Like in the, like you have your skill tree.
Yes.
I didn't have all of it upgraded all the way. I had like most of the fighting mechanic, like the ones in the middle. I had all of those. I had some of the force, but not all of the force ones, and I had some of like the health ones. I had like maybe the first health upgrade, and that's really it.
So that might be like maybe a replayability thing where they might say, hey, a player might want to actually go back in and play this a second or possibly third time.
If you restart the game, the whole thing resets.
Oh, right. But I'm saying is kind of go down a different branching path to say, I want to get more health this time, or
I don't know how that
more
would
defenses
change.
the second time around, or
I don't know how that would.
weapons.
I don't know how that would change the game though, very much. Not for me, at least. I mean, I don't know. Maybe other people it would.
Maybe that was the initial plan, but to kind of put all those perks in there, but not be able to obtain them all.
Yeah.
I think it has such big cinematics and stuff. I don't think it's going to be as fun a second or a third time around, because you're going to be like, okay, I just want to get past this part. I really hated this part last time. I want to get through it. Or you're going to see a cinematic and you're just going to want to skip through it and you don't care. Let me go, let me get this done. So that I think it would take away from it a little bit, playing through it again.
Because one of the things this game does, Jesus, correct me if I'm wrong, if you get to choose from all 4 different types of difficulty at the beginning, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think you can go story only, easy, regular, hard, and super difficult. I think it gave you the option.
Yeah, there's like 4 different ones. So it's like easy, normal, kind of hard, and then very, very hard.
Yeah, so I just kind of went normal. I got my butt kicked at the beginning, but there was like a few enemies, those dogs or bogs or whatever they're even called, and I think there was even one in that first deserty type Arizona map where I think you can't kill it or something, or maybe you have to come back to it, or I'm not even 100% sure, but there is like
some crazy ass enemies in the game. Just thinking of one right now, and I'm like, holy fuck, I completely forgot about that thing. That thing was fucking crazy. When I ran into that fucking thing, that was scary. There was an enemy in the game where I ran into it, and I was like, holy shit, this thing's gonna kill me. It's gonna fucking kill me.
Yeah.
and then I thought it went away, and then the fucker comes back out of nowhere. Like, you don't even expect it, and the motherfucker comes back, and you're like, holy shit, he's back. Oh, fuck. And you're trying to run away from it, and it's fucking you up the whole time. And I was like, holy fuck. Like, this is
Like-
crazy.
Like, there's even a time in the beginning, like, where I not came back from, like, leveling up or anything, but I thought, okay, I see there's, like, what was it, like a collectible or... Yeah, it's something in the game, right? It was one of those, lit up green things, and I thought, okay, I'm going to get that. I know I can't kill this enemy, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to run out of this room. Like, I couldn't even get out of the room. He would just, like, bat me back and left and right. And,
There was a few times, I won't say in the game, where there was maybe 3 or 4 times in the entire game where you're trying to run away from somebody that's very powerful. And they're trying to fucking kill you, and you're running away from them, and you're just trying to fucking do whatever you can to get away from these people. And like every other elevator shaft you open, the motherfucker is there. You're like, holy fuck, he's here! I thought I fucking outran you. You're just like a movie where like fuck, it's like Michael Myers is chasing your ass.
Oh,
or
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no matter what you do, the motherfucker's like right behind you. You're like, what the fuck, dude? I thought I dropped the building on top of you, motherfucker. What the fuck's going on right
now? I
now?
ran at 100 miles an hour. You're still here.
That's what it feels like, and sometimes it has to do with that second sister. I think you fight her a couple times in the game. She's pretty powerful. She's pretty strong.
Yeah, she was fucking up your ship at the beginning, and I thought, okay, I see she's kind of going easy. It seems like because she let you get away. You know?
Yeah, she does let you get away. I feel like, but it's on purpose. It all makes sense in the story. Once you complete the story, you're gonna be like, "That's why you let me get away, motherfucker."
Yeah.
That's why you didn't kill me that first time.
Yeah, she could have. Yeah.
Anyways, enough Star Wars talk for me, boys. What have you guys been playing?
I bought.
A lot of time.
What's that, Mayo? Are you let me go, or you want to go first?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say go ahead because I know you've had a lot of time to play this week or the last couple weeks, Evan.
Yeah, not a lot of time, but I did buy that Ghost Recon Breakpoint on the Xbox sale, the Black Friday sale. So I just played a lot of that yesterday.
How much
like
is
a
it?
lot more.
How much is it?
The Breakpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's it's pretty much just Wildlands 2 to me. Again, playing it from PC and now on Xbox. I just have, just so much more easier now with an Xbox controller in my hand. Trying to do mouse and keyboard. But yeah, I was having a good time with it. I saw Mojo Reb was streaming it yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, it's on sale! Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up." But yeah, I've just been going through doing like some of the regular missions and going into. I love just going to bases, Jesus. I'm telling you, I go to a base.
Yeah, you like Star Wars. You go to a lot of bases in Star Wars.
No, but check this out. You get your drone up there, right? You get your drone, and then you just kind of spot everybody, and then you can just go pick them out.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
you got a drone in Star Wars, a little BD-1. You send them out to look for shit.
We're back to Star Wars talk. PD1 for the win, man.
This sounds a lot like Star Wars to me, Gunny, and Star Wars seems like the better game here. What's going on?
I think Breakpoint is a good game, despite what other people say. Oh, here, check this out. So, some of the criticism for this game was, for Breakpoint now, that's what we're talking about, was, well, you don't have your AI companions with you like you had in Wildlands. I never liked them anyway. I never cared for them back in Wildlands.
Yeah, they're kind of stupid sometimes. They give away your position or something, yeah.
Or, I don't know, they just said, or they were just like, yeah, this is oh man, this shit bird right here, this thing's a shit storm. Just funny stuff like that. But I don't know, I never felt like they were there to help me in Wildlands to take out enemies stealthily. So now it's like, hey, it's all on me if I want to do it. One of the things that's cool now is like, and I unlocked it last night, was I could take my drone and do a sync shot. And I felt like
With
that was
who? Who are you? Who's syncing the shot with you?
with my drone. It's me and my drone.
Your drone has a fucking gun now?
Yes, my drone has a gun now, and I thought, oh, this is pretty cool.
They put a gun. I could imagine, like, it wouldn't be funny if, like, there was, like, a little drone and a big-ass fucking AR rifle on it. Just fucking a big-ass, like, M4 on the bottom of it. Just, like,
let's take him out.
Fucking duct tape to the drone. With, like, a little fucking, like a little wire down to the trigger, like, connected to the drone.
I got, like, it's on my left hand, and I can press that, and then right trigger's my gun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man, this is all high-tech remote shit right here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
basically, like, I think they tried to do something in Wildlands, and I don't know, it was just difficult for people to figure out. So, but in this one, it's pretty easy, like where you just go to your drone and say, okay, you're going to take that one out. All right. Okay. And then I go back to me. Then as soon as I take out guy number 2, obviously my drone's going to shoot guy number 1. So that was pretty easy. But sometimes I even forgot to use my drone yesterday. I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot about sync shot. Like, I could have taken them, both out at once if I wanted to. One thing I haven't seen, like, is where they have... I can't remember if they had, like, alarms at the bases or not from Wildlands. I don't know if that was a thing or not.
I think there was. I think the missions I did when it first came out, I thought it had an alarm that went off and, like, maybe
I'm thinking of like a Far Cry game, those obviously had alarms at them, but yeah, normally, like, even if the first guy, it doesn't matter where he's at in the base, like, everybody knows where you're at now, right? It doesn't matter. So, but I just love stuff like that, like just high tech stealth shit like that. And then when it all goes to hell, like one guy, you hear the music, boom, boom, boom. Now he spotted you or whatever. Now you're just on the run, and then you can either run further away and then you're just like, okay, he's gone. Then you come back and you just start shooting everybody again.
The video game logic. He's
exactly.
gone. Let's just go back to what we were doing. Let's just walk around.
He disappeared. Everybody go back.
They're in bushes and
won't come back.
What was that? Some of the mission stuff is like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. You have your so a base is already established. I've already talked about that, and that's kind of where you can get more intel and kind of start your missions. It's got like the campfire now. So you go to the campfire. I think you can even find some of those campfires that are not so much even at the base. And basically what those do is, I think you can upgrade your weapons. You can get a buff, and you have 4 choices for your buffs. One of them was food, and I think that's for your health. So you get like a temporary buff for health, or you can drink water. That's for your stamina. One of them's for check weapons, and I think that's like you get a 20% buff in gun accuracy. So, and I think that's kind of cool because I'm like, I think I've always been choosing food because I always want like the better health, when I'm going into a base, especially if it's just going to be me and my trusty drone. Vehicles, they seem to work fine. I've had no issues driving those around. But I noticed they do stuff like, for example, like a Far Cry game, Jesus, as you come in, you got to go get the intel from that truck.
Yeah, the intel. Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, go get the intel from the truck. You're like, holy crap, you're trying to like run into the truck like in a Far Cry game, but then there's always like that lead vehicle that's coming and just fucking gunning you down.
Guys, what happened? Okay, so I'm looking at the most played games on Xbox Live right now. And Ghost Recon makes the list, but it's near the bottom of the list. It's number, like, what is it? 5, 10, 15, 25, 35. So it's number 37 out of the list, I think. And it's 45 games on this list, so it's near the bottom of it. But I don't see Division 2 on here. Like, does nobody play Division 2 anymore?
I thought they did, because I know that was on sale, and I've been seeing some friends playing that, so I assume they picked it up during the sale.
Because, I'm looking at the most played game. Obviously, number 1 is Fortnite, but number 2 is Call of Duty. But Rainbow Six Siege is up in the number 5 spot, and Apex Legends is like behind it. So even more people playing Rainbow Six Siege than Apex.
It's free to play. It's free to play right now everywhere. So it's number 1, or it's up near the top of the list for pretty much all your launchers. Everywhere I went today, Epic, Xbox, PlayStation.
But
totally promoting that game like crazy. As a free-to-play weekend.
Destiny 2 is up here, Jedi Fallen Order is up here, Rocket League, and all this shit's up here, but this game we're talking about, which is fairly a new game, is kind of near the bottom. I mean, even Fallout 76 is above it.
Yikes. Yeah, it didn't get that great of reviews. So, again, another criticism of this game was, well, the guns have a gear score or whatever it was. Like, they're totally ripping that off of Division 2. I liked it. It's just the game tailored for me.
It makes sense though. I mean, if they're both made by Ubisoft, they're gonna rip things off of their other games to make their games better. You know what I mean? Like, eventually, I'm pretty sure Assassin's Creed, doesn't Assassin's Creed already have gear score? They do, don't they?
For
Yeah, like there was. It would show level, and it would have the level.
Assassin's
it would be
Creed,
like one
Assassin's Creed,
perk.
Yeah, and it has like purple, gold, and like green armor, purple armor, blue armor, gold, or whatever.
I don't think the dislike is the gear score. I think the dislike in the new Ghost Recon is it's too similar to Wildlands in the aspect of the way it plays. They kept supporting Wildlands for so long, and people played it for so long that when Breakpoint came out, it didn't feel different enough to enjoy it per se, I guess, because you played Wildlands, you've done that kind of environment for so long and that style of play for so long, I think.
Yeah.
That when you come into Wildlands, you didn't really feel like starting over. Even they did add a couple, things with like gear score and stuff like that. You just didn't really want to have to play a big open world environment again in a jungle, with that whole same style of game again. With the same theme, it's another Ghost Recon game and want to start over again. And I think that was what the head of Ubisoft was talking about supporting the game too long, that, we continue to support this game for so long, and then we come out with a sequel for it. The sequel isn't received as well because the original has been getting support all the way up to this time. Right. It's kind of my take on it.
I mean, the Ghost Recon Wildlands got a fucking update, a major gameplay update, like a new game mode, like a month before this game came out. So, I mean, it's kind of Ubisoft's own fault for doing that. I mean, they should have known better. They should have been like, why the fuck are we doing updates for this one game? I know people play it, but I mean, was the logic there thinking, well, if we have people hooked on Wildlands, they're going to for sure buy Ghost Recon Breakpoint. They'll for sure buy it.
I'm going to be the pessimist here because that's what I am, right? The glass is half full.
Okay.
We've talked about this before. Ubisoft likes to keep their games updated, right? That's what the stories we've been reading over the last couple of years, and that's what they've done with Rainbow Six Siege. But yeah, I see the criticism, especially even coming from the president of the company, and saying it's a little too similar. So maybe, I get it. Like maybe they should have waited and really worked on this game and made it, maybe made it a different style or something than it is looking more like a Wildlands 2.0.
I wish they made like an old school Ghost Recon game, man. Just like a regular army dudes.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like regular army dudes doing army mission type shit.
I remember it was that smaller, and it was like smaller map stuff, and
just
and
like
we
four
do that
dudes.
4-player co-op thing. Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
You and three other dudes, and you gotta go kill the terrorists in that house over there.
I know it wouldn't be a Ghost Recon game, but turn it into a Western. Making a big open Western like Red Dead with Indians and cowboys.
Oh, God. Whoa, Mayo, you don't say Indians no more, partner. Whoa.
Here I come from the future with my future guns. I'm the future soldier here in the Wild Wild West.
No, I mean, I think they should take it back to like a Ghost Recon, like the old style Ghost Recon, where like you were like part of this fucking military group that gets put into a fucking thing to go do some specific thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and and I see what you guys are saying, and I don't feel like this is. I'm looking at the map, and I'm, and it's not. Maybe I haven't played enough of it yet.
Leave the open world shit for the Division agents. Leave it for them. They can deal with that.
Okay. Yeah.
And make Ghost Recon back to a military-style shooter type thing. A squad-based military tactical shooter.
I would have preferred that.
And keep Rainbow Six a multiplayer tactical-based online shooter. Don't make Ghost Recon a multiplayer. Keep it co-op, PvE, but keep Rainbow Six Siege as the PvP, and then keep the Division as the open world. So you have all three, but you're selling 3 different copies of the game.
Good point. You should work at Ubisoft.
I should go work for you guys.
You should, because that sounds like it makes perfect sense.
Make your fucking decisions for you guys, because you guys don't know how to make them right. I should be selling their games, damn it. I would have made them $180, damn. Fuck.
It does have the Ghost War. I haven't played it yet since I've been on consoles as of yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's more PvP and PvE, I believe. Different game modes. Probably, again, I'm going on a limb here, probably saying it is more like some of those stuff that Wildlands had.
So, say I get this game on the Xbox or whatever, Gunny, and I want to play with Gunny Chief. Can I join you in your game, or can you join me in mine?
I believe we can. I believe, yeah. You can just do a co-op.
Is there a limit to co-op?
I don't know. I didn't read the details to see if it was like up to 4 players or not. I know Mojo sent me a request like, hey, you need any help? Just send me a invite.
What if it was like no limit to it? You have like 20 people just fucking killing all the enemies.
When are you going to work at Ubisoft?
Just
25 people in a fucking squad.
25 people. You're deploying an army in the map.
Yeah.
You're just going to kill all the bad guys. Just go.
He's the colonel, right?
30 minutes, you beat the game.
Drone.
You just walk into the main bad guy's house and kill him. 20 minutes later, you
surround his house.
You beat the game.
Make it out of Swiss cheese. That would be awesome.
Shit. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, to me, that would have been the better decision is to release this game as a Division 2, or even as a Ghost Recon update. Like maybe call it like a major update. Like call it like the Taken King, like Destiny 2, and release it for a full price. But when people pay the full price for this, it would have been like, okay, this is worth the full price because this is an update to Wildlands. It's giving me a new location. Whatever, make it a continuation of the last story. The cartels were they're getting their drugs from this crazy island, and now we gotta go there and find out what's going on this island. And holy shit, these guys have robots now. What's going on? Whoa! And that's it. New story begins there.
Yeah, that would have been a lot better. I don't regret the $30 purchase. I think it was perfect for what I got of it. But yeah, 60 was a little too. That was way too much.
Imagine paying $100 for it, like some people did.
Jeez, yeah. I could definitely see regrets.
Speaking of sales, though, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is on sale as well. That's AC Odyssey for the people that didn't play that. It's on sale for $18 right now.
Damn, that's a good price. I haven't played that in a while. Usually I go back and grind that up a little bit.
Man.
And if you have an Xbox PlayStation, man, play that in 4K HDR. You will not be disappointed.
GTA 5 is only $9.89. They're just like, don't give a fuck at this point, do they? They're like,
do you think there's anybody left to buy that game?
Everybody. I know.
I think everybody bought it. Everybody that's allowed to buy it.
But right? you know what's weird? It seems like everyone has bought that game that was allowed to buy it, Gunny. But you know what? Every year, another boy turns 13 and he wants this game.
Yes.
And their parents go and get it for them. So every month, GTA is the top selling game. If you look at the MPDs, man, GTA 5 has been in the top 10. Like you know how they have like the top 10 most sold games every month? Mm-hmm. GTA 5 has been on that list since it came out. Like it's always been in that top 10 most sold games every month. Every fucking month.
I don't have any articles up in front of me, but I've heard this several times on a podcast, but I don't know if you guys have heard the same thing or not.
What?
That Anthem is like the 9th best-selling game this year. Did you guys hear that too?
What?
Yes.
Anthem?
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
No, I swear I heard it on a couple different podcasts, but I think it didn't shock me at all. I think it's because it's EA and it was a lot of hype to the game.
I'll tell you.
So it made sense that it sold like a lot of pre-orders and like tons of people bought it.
I got top 10 selling video games in October, Gunny. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Guess number 1. Guess. You don't have to guess very hard.
Yeah.
GTA 5.
No. What was the biggest game they released? Yep. Call of Duty, number 1. Outer Worlds is number 2, actually. That's crazy.
Yeah, people were buying that on PS4. $60.
Luigi's Mansion 3 is number 3. Madden NFL 20 at number 4. NBA 2K20 at number 5. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, number 6. WWE 2K20, that fucking turd fucking pile of a game. Number 7. FIFA 20 is number 8. Borderlands 3 came in at number 9, and it was number 2 the month before, so it's still up there. Wow. Ring Fit Adventure, Gunny, number 10.
Damn, are these U.S. numbers? I can't remember.
Yes, this is all by I believe the United States, or it could be worldwide. I don't know.
A lot of Switches out there. So,
but this is the U.S. top 10. All right, listen now. This is top 10 selling video games year to date. So this is from like the beginning of the year to now. All right.
All right.
Call of Duty is number 1. It's already outsold everything else. NBA 2K20, Madden NFL 20, Borderlands 3 is at number 4, Mortal Kombat 11 is at number 5, Kingdom Hearts 3 number 6, Tom Clancy's The Division 2 is number 7, Anthem is number 8.
Yeah, see? I was really...
Smash Bros is number 9, and Grand Theft Auto 5 number 10. Holy shit, Anthem?
Well, I think because...
It had so much hype, though, right? Like in the beginning.
And a lot of dollars behind that whole campaign, right?
Oh, that
I mean,
marketing,
if you didn't see it on a billboard or a side of a bus...
Everyone was all hyped for the stupid Iron... Everyone wanted to be Iron Man. Let's be real here.
Right. And they wanted to be Iron Man on day one, right? So that was the whole pre-order, buy it the fucking day it comes out, that it's... Yeah.
Buy it the fucking day it comes out.
If Anthem is like the number 8 selling game of this year... Do you think EA is really sitting there back thinking that the game was a flop?
Well, it wasn't a flop. Well, wait, no. But it might have been the number 8 best-selling game of the year, but they wanted it to be the number 1 best-selling game of the year. Yeah, that's why it was a failure to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like to us, we look at the numbers and we're like, well, that must have been a great sale. You sold 20 million copies. And they're like, yeah, but our prediction was we were going to sell 50 million copies. Like, that was our predictions. When we made the game, we told our investors we're going to sell 50 million copies, and we only sold 20, so this is a failure. You know what I mean?
So, guys, I have a statement and I have a question for you guys, because I wanted to ask this last week. Because, again, I heard that several times the last couple of weeks about this being high up on the number 1 sold list, or, big sale. So, my statement is that, again, you had all that hype and, and a lot of advertising dollars behind this game. And, it comes out and, some people loved it. A lot of people didn't. And then they came out, what was it, last week or the week before? We're just like, yeah, we're going to make the major updates. You guys read a news article on that. And big changes are coming to this game to really just make this game so much better, right? So my thought on this is that they're only saying that, I just don't think you can really shine a turd. I totally believe that. I don't personally hate the game. I never played enough of it personally, but I think this is really just a lot of PR spin and things like that because of its high volume sales, they just don't want to anger their fans, the people that bought this game, the next time around that this comes. So Jesus just left. But Mayo, what do you think? I think they're just kind of spinning this whole thing. I don't think they're going to fix it to make it something that's enjoyable or playable.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think you hear about all these people leaving development of it and stuff, or working on it, or they're going to work on these other games. That I think they're done supporting it.
Absolutely. Well, okay, because we read the articles. I mean, I guess just us sitting in these chairs and we're reading a lot of those articles we read, and those were from the guy from Kotaku, Jason
right? Schreier.
Jason Schreier, right? Didn't he go down there? He sat with a lot of them, and they were just talking about how they were just on the verge of mental breakdowns, and this is not just bullshit. This was actually like, look, we fucking hate this engine. We hated working with it. It was just awful to try and get this game up and running on the the Unreal Engine or whatever they were using at the time. Frostbite. So yeah, I just was like, so I don't see, who are they going to get? The same team, some new fresh eyes on this thing. You know what I mean? So
yeah, so maybe because the article we read last week was talking about revamping the game and kind of being quiet about it until they revamp it. So maybe they are going to bring some new eyes in. Maybe when these people have left, they're going to bring in some new talent and try to spin the game in some kind of way. But yeah, I just don't really see it. I think the game is kind of done.
So here's the real question, man. How long before people just look at EA and go, I'm tired of the lies or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe I just won't pre-order this next whatever game they're gonna, pop out, with there's something that's new and fresh, and it's from EA.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
What I mean?
We might have seen a little bit of that with Star Wars. Some people were waiting instead of pre-ordering. I think this game, kind of waiting, like I'll try it on the pass, and then if I enjoy it and if it's an okay game, then maybe I'll just purchase it. Like I myself picked it up on Origin Premiere because I didn't want to pay $60 for the full game. And then if it didn't turn out that good, or if it was kind of overhyped early on,
Right.
So I went ahead and did the $15 what I would call rental, and get it for a month and play it and get my take on it from there.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Like, we'll see what the numbers are on it. But I mean, I knew I was picking it up right away. We know Respawn, right? We know that Respawn makes great games. So I had full confidence in them. But I guess if it was something from, who made Anthem again? Was it
BioWare?
BioWare, sorry. So yeah, obviously with them, and I don't know. We'll see. So that's just my take on it, guys.
We keep saying that the EA had their little claws in like Anthem so much and different games, but you see everything that Respawn has done with Apex and now Star Wars. It's like, does EA have less of a grip on Respawn than they do other companies, or how is Respawn able to produce these games and keep microtransactions out of their stuff, and and release Apex with such short notice? And, they worked on that game without EA knowing for a while.
I think, okay, you've got Vince still works there, Zampella, right?
Mm.
He still works there at Respawn. He's, again, part of EA, but he's from original Call of Duty. You know what I mean? So he's got tons and tons of experience. I'm sure he can just get on that phone and tell EA back off. All right, we're doing something here, right? So I think that's the real difference, between them and BioWare. My guess on it.
But even BioWare, they had such a name coming into Anthem. Everybody was in love with the Mass Effect series, with the exception of Andromeda, which that one was mixed. A lot of people, I know Jesus really liked it, and some people really didn't like it. But even they had a pretty good reputation coming into Anthem before this happened.
Yeah, and I think the Dragon Age game was actually pretty good. I played it for quite a while.
I think that BioWare had a good reputation. I think they've, in the recent games, have shown that they've lost a lot of good talent over the years. I mean, ever since Mass Effect 3, really, it seems like every game they release has kind of been slowly shittier and shittier. You know what I mean?
Well,
even Mass Effect 3 released to like a big hoopla with that ending. Everyone we hate the ending,
right.
and then they bent to the will.
I was like, wait a minute, Mass Effect 3 was good, but
they apologize. Oh, we apologize, and we're going to re-release and patch the ending. And then they did that for everybody, and that's when like everyone figured out, whoa, we complain enough, they're going to listen to us. And then Dragon Age released, and then that was kind of like a okay game. Everyone was like, okay, this is fine. But then Mass Effect Andromeda released, and everyone fucking hated it. Like, fuck, this is shit. Where's Commander Shepard? And everyone fucking hated it, but
it just wasn't a finished game, right? It was just they just released it unfinished, kind of like what they did with
even people that finished it though don't like some of the story, the way the story was set up, or whatever, the way the missions were set up.
Yeah,
I feel like that was too repetitive or whatever, I liked the game. I thought it was all right, but I mean, and then they release Anthem after that.
Yeah. And, so I was just looking at like general public audience people that they're probably looking at just like EA. They don't think, oh, that's BioWare, that's Respawn. Okay, like they don't actually do their homework. They're just looking at the side of the billboard, talking to their friends. More in general, as far as like whether they're going to pre-order, definitely put their money down.
As far as
money,
as far as Respawn and EA not really fucking with them, I think it's just. I don't know what it is. It must have been some part of the deal they made when they got bought out or something.
Yeah.
You know, where like maybe like Respawn told them, or Vincent Peller or whatever, whoever owns Respawn at the time, they're like, you know what? You can buy us out, but you're not going to tell us what to do, really.
I'm sure there's got to be something in that. We talked about it before. It's got to be something in that contract, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like almost certain that by the end of 2020, that contract probably needs to be silently re-signed, or Vince can just take that thing and say, goodbye, Felicia. We're going to make our own thing.
Well, I'm looking here at an interview back from what year was this interview? This interview was back in 2017. So this was right. This was right at the time when EA bought Respawn, right before Titanfall 2 or whatever.
So it's probably a 3-year contract.
And so they bought him, right? And they were interviewing Vince Zampella about why they went to like EA. Like, everyone hates EA, you know that, right? And they're like, yeah, like we know people hate EA, but we feel like it's time for us to join like the big leagues. Like if we don't join like with the big publisher like this, then what the fuck, like they had no chance. Pretty much is what they're saying.
Of course, it takes money to make a game.
So they said that with
total sense.
Yeah, they said that with the money that EA can give them and the resources, they can make bigger games, which is what they want to do. But they said they also want to keep their creative freedom. So that's just part of the deal. They said that their creative freedom, but they're gonna make a Titanfall 2, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna make a Titanfall 2, and we're gonna make a new Star Wars game for them. So.
And bam, here's a side bonus right here, Apex Legends.
Yeah, and then they made Apex Legends, which makes another $1 billion for them. You know what I mean? So it's obvious that if you're EA and you're watching these guys do all this, you don't fuck with them. You just leave them alone. You're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. You
guys do your thing. You guys are the good team. Fuck those BioWare fucking assholes. Fuck you, BioWare. Get your work, motherfucker. You don't get free bagels.
Yeah.
You pay for your bagels, bitches.
Cafeteria on the west side wing of EA. You guys stay down there in the basement.
Respawn gets to eat where the executives eat lunch. All you assholes eat down there.
Free coffee all day.
You guys eat at the bottom floor. Go pay for your bagels. I don't know. It's just that's what I think. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Respawn, man, and they've done it pretty good. Like it's kind of crazy to think Respawn got bought out for that much money when they only made Titanfall. You know what I mean?
Right.
They had only made Titanfall, and they got bought out for like $455 million or some shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cash.
Yeah. Hey, but what else did I play? Going back to, that's we sidetracked there. I wanted to, let's see, Remnant from the Ashes. This is on Xbox Game Pass. I had no idea about this game. So, yeah, I fired that up today, and then I had Vetterholic sending me up invites. I'm like, okay, it must be multiplayer, but I had to go through like this tutorial first.
I think this was a recent edition. I think this was right after XO. I think this is one of the games they kind of launched right around that time on Game Pass.
Okay, because I think, I saw it on PC and Xbox. Downloaded it on Xbox. Graphics are just okay. I couldn't tell you if it's running in 4K or not, but I think it is. It's like totally get this vibe of like a Fallout 3 almost in a sense. Because you're down in this, the first thing is you're on this this small ship and you shipwreck onto this island, boom, and then you're like in this vault for like the next hour and a half. You're just basically just walking around talking to people that are like, hey friend, you want to join us in our cause or whatever. But I think I had to go through like this tutorial first before Vetterholic can join up on me. But and then you get to choose between whether you want to be I think it was like 3 different options. One of them you can scrap goods or something, you have better perks at scrapping shit basically. The other one's like a hunter, and I forgot the third one. But so far the shooting seems pretty solid. I will say that.
I remember when it came out on the PC a while back. And I almost bought this game multiple times. And I'm glad I've seen that on the Xbox Game Pass. So I have it downloaded, but I haven't played it yet. So
yeah, so
I don't want to check it out.
But I will say what Vetterholic said, because he's played this game a lot more. I don't know if he said it was 4-player co-op or not, but he said, yeah, this is kind of Dark Souls-ish, like where it's very grindy. You go to these different areas, you'll fight enemies, you'll fight a boss. You get this scrap, you can turn in for money to upgrade your guns, things like that. So I don't know, we'll see how it turns out, or just how difficult it becomes. I'm not a Dark Souls guy, so I don't know. But yeah, it's all right so far. And the other thing, I know that you've been playing this, Mayo, that Project xCloud. I was able to get into the beta as of last week.
How's your experience with it been, being on the West Coast, the second best coast?
Well, the Silicon Valley area, as you know, folks. You've got Google down here, and everybody has an office down here.
Gunny rides a Segway down the sidewalk. I mean,
and free Wi-Fi for everyone. Birds are chirping.
I thought Gunny just had the moving sidewalks.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. I don't actually, my legs don't actually move. Cause
all the birds are dead around Gunny because of all the free Wi-Fi pumping through the air, killing
a lot of radiation.
The birds.
Down here in Mountain View.
All the mutated pigeons with 3 heads flying around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was born with 3 eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, so far, like, I started it up using my T-Mobile LTE. I don't. Jesus, do you use LTE or do you use 4G?
Whoa!
Let me ask you, because I almost never put it in 4G because it's always recommended for LTE for faster loading. If you're scrolling through Facebook,
pretty much is always LTE.
Yeah,
most
LTE.
networks. Yeah.
So I did that, and then I'm trying to think of what I started out with first, because was there like 40.
There's 50 games now on there.
50 games. There was quite a bit. And there was some.
It's a lot of fucking games.
And there were some games I didn't recognize that I was like, what the hell is that? I've never seen that on Xbox. But today I played F1.
How does that run?
That ran pretty good. I will say that. Like, getting the controller to hook up to my Google Pixel phone, I'll go back to that in a minute, because I don't think it's on iOS devices yet. Okay, I looked on the app today and I was like, nope, not there. I will say my only thing is just that it's a small phone. It's a regular Google Pixel phone, so I got to wear my glasses like I'm using now. And some of that text is pretty darn small. But as far as, as far as like lag goes, I haven't really noticed much. That's using the LTE and also just on my fast Comcast here at home using Wi-Fi. Like it totally feels the same for me. I did try it. So I went where my job site is in the town of where I work at. T-Mobile sucks. So I went up to a larger city where I'm at on Thursdays, and I was like, okay, fuck, that seems to work pretty damn good. Like all around, like when I get 4 out of 5 bars on my cell phone. So I feel like 4 is like optimal. And again, just playing. What the hell did I play? I'm trying to think. It was F1. It wasn't State of Decay. Shit. I don't know. Oh, it was Borderlands. Borderlands 3. And what the cool part about it was, you get the option of Borderlands 1, 2, or 3. And it totally like got me right into my last save point, which I thought, awesome, man. I didn't know that it actually goes from the cloud. I thought it was like, okay, this is a total separate thing, from your account. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And no lag, any real lag issues that I found. I don't know. What did you find, Mayo? What did you think about it?
For me, over here, I had a little bit of lag on my end with the controller. So like my input, anything I would do would probably be, I would say, a half a second delay with the controls.
Mm-hmm.
But this is over just my Wi-Fi at the house. I actually wasn't able for the longest time to be able to do it over cellular, and I haven't even tried it over using cellular. I actually, while you were talking about it, I just turned it on mine. So I'll try and give it a shot on the go to see how it does over cellular. But yeah, my Wi-Fi, and even though I have fast Wi-Fi here in Ohio, I have a gig down. My in-house Wi-Fi, I think, is around I want to say like 50 meg or something like that per device. It like separates it, and so it's not as good as like hardwired in, just due to limitations of the router. But I'm curious to see how it is. I don't know if it's because of that or if it's just because I am so far away, maybe from a server, that I'm getting that lag. So,
Yeah. See, and that might be the difference for me where the city I'm in. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's Mountain View where Google is. I know Microsoft has an office / data center. Pretty sure they have a data center down there. So that could be it, right? That I'm so close.
mm-hmm.
You know, maybe that hour and a half distance, whatever it might be, 60 miles. I don't know if that even makes a difference. You know, because a lot of times it's even telling me like, oh, you're using, whether I'm on Xbox Live or whatever server I'm connected to. It's like San Jose. That's where the main hub is. Seems to be for everything, which makes total sense. The other thing too might be where I'm trying to think if I don't know. Maybe if once it comes to Apple, right? I still have my iPhone, and there's no service on it, obviously, as far as like a cellular service, but I can use Game Preview once that app is up and running and probably just do a comparison. I don't know, like maybe do a side by side and then actually play on the TV or on the PC to see, yeah, there might be that half second. I kind of see it now, where I really don't have a comparison. But, and it's pretty easy. I noticed too, man, I'm sure you've seen the same, where you can just switch over and do console streaming, which I did do console streaming, and that seemed to be, I didn't find any real issues with that. Going back to what was it, like a couple of years ago, when you were able to stream from your console to your PC or something, it was that, like your home internet Wi-Fi streaming or something, and there was definitely lag in that. But,
yeah, I think that was one Jesus was talking about. He would try to stream, and he was having a lot of lag with it.
Yeah, I tried that. And for some reason, like I experienced lag in that.
But maybe this time they got it figured out.
I think so. I think now that they've had a couple of years.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And some tweaks and perfections. That's cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you played, Gunny?
No, I don't think so. No, I think that's all I played.
What about you, Mayonnaise?
Well, I started off, we talked about Fallen Order, so I dabbled in that a little bit. And before the show, before you joined us, I was talking to Gunny. Have you ever had one of them weeks where you just had too many options either to play or whatever? You would sit down and play something, and you're like, I'm just not really feeling this game.
Yeah,
and then you pick up something else, and then you're like, I'm not really feeling this either. I kind of feel like I want something different. And that was me. I felt
when I fucking played like Outer Worlds, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to play Red Dead. And I go to Red Dead, I'm like, you know what? I really want to play Star Wars. I go Star Wars. I'm like, you know what? Fuck all this. I want to shoot shit. Let's go Call of Duty. And Call of Duty, and you're like, do I really want to play Call of Duty? Maybe I just want to play a strategy game. Then I end up fucking launching like Civ or something. Then I'm playing Civilization. I'm like, yeah. Then I was like, what the fuck is Jesus doing playing Civ?
See, that's what I did last night, Mayo, where I was like, yeah, hell yeah, Star Wars. I'm going to play. No. Then I downloaded Breakpoint and ended up playing that for like 4 hours straight.
Or I'll end up playing fucking Frostpunk for 6 hours.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that too sometimes.
Like, what the fuck am I just here making choices for 6 hours?
Right, you're playing the what am I going to pick game.
Who am I going to kill next game?
I downloaded on the Xbox Game Pass for PC. They added some new games, so I downloaded Rage 2.
Oh, nice.
Never launched it, so...
the problem with Rage,
it takes a little bit to get into.
I started playing it, and like something happened in that game where I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like driving around my car. I don't feel like killing this fucking tower thing. I don't feel like doing this shit.
So go ahead. Oh, anyways, I kept downloading games. So then I also downloaded Age of Empires, the remake, and I launched that to see how it would look, and it still looks like an old game. So I turned that off right away. I didn't even do the tutorial. I'm like, nope, not feeling this game. I don't want to do something.
Should I play that now? Because I downloaded it thanks for the new hard drive. But
sure,
I don't know. I haven't fired it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it looks like. I did download the texture pack, and it's supposed to make it look better.
Why are you talking shit then? You didn't even download the texture pack, man.
No, I did, and it still looks old. So
Okay, well.
you're gonna have to not mind the graphics, like an older style graphics. It still looks dated, but the gameplay in that game, that when I played it a long time ago, was actually really fun. But I didn't even stick with that. So in my indecision, I ended up going with a. Remember, Jesus, you sent me a link to an article, and I'd seen it before, about this thing called Viveport, and it is a subscription service for VR gaming.
Nice.
So I'm like, I can't make up my mind what I want to play. I feel like playing something different. And there's a couple of VR games that I want to play that are music-based, kind of like Beat Saber. Hold on one second here.
Mayo just killed his cat, guys. Holy shit.
Something crashed.
Cats are killing me in the
He
background.
just beat his cat, kicked it across the room.
Cat's
But
knocking down the
anyways,
base of the table.
Just kidding.
I wanted to play a game like Beat Saber. So there's a couple rhythm games that come out. There's one called Pistol Whip that looks really good, and another one's called Audica that looked really good. And this Viveport is, you can have all these games and you can pay a monthly subscription and you have access to this huge library of games. So I'm sold. I look it up and I see some titles on there that are pretty interesting. So I go ahead and sign up for it, and you can do a 2-week free trial. And I get in there and I look at the first page in the library, and there's 3 games in there that I wanted. It was I wanted to try this little Angry Birds game, and then they had the new Doctor Who game that had come out. It's like a story on Doctor Who through VR.
Oh, sick.
It's on
Isn't
Steam.
that the one
and
you
stuff.
wanted your wife to play?
Yes, that one was on there, and there was one other one. I can't remember what it was. I added to my library. They were all on the front page, and then there was maybe 25 pages I could cycle through of VR games.
That's a lot.
But as soon as I got to the second page, I seen nothing I wanted to play. Got to the third page, nothing I wanted to play. I went through probably 15 pages, and it was all what I would call like
Shovelware?
phone game quality stuff. Just games that did not look any good at all,
That's lame.
or they were just really cheap VR games. Almost like, I know what the other one was the Fruit Ninja. So the VR version of Fruit Ninja,
Yeah.
that
There you
was
go. Play it again.
it was a lot of phone like games
Yeah.
that was on there. And so I went ahead and downloaded and played the Angry Birds. It's called Angry Birds VR Isle of the Pigs. And it's just basically a 3D version of Angry Birds. I mean, it's literally just like the phone version, except for you're standing in a set spot and you actually get to hold the slingshot and you get to kind of point it and just fire the bird and go from there. But it just was just Angry Birds, so
Right, yeah. Clone.
At that point I was kind of frustrated with it already, and I just went ahead and just uninstalled the games and just canceled the account like one day in.
And sold his VR headset all at the same time.
Right? Yeah. No one give me some PSVR.
Now, I still enjoy the VR quite a bit, and now in this week's news, I have reason to keep my VR for quite a while. So
yeah.
Okay.
we can hit on that in a little bit, but the other game I played, I remembered last week. So since I'm kind of in like this gamer block and didn't know what to play, I gave Alan maybe his wish here, and I gave some Realm Royale a chance.
You know this is a trick, right? He wants to challenge you in this game eventually and be like,
Yeah.
HGP
I'll take
versus
you on,
GFNG, Realm Royale.
Yeah, I know that's coming, but so I just gave it a shot. Again, I played this game when it first came out. It maybe a little bit's changed, but not the base mechanics of the game is pretty much the same. I did have problems right away with the game being real laggy, and then the queue times were really long. So once I queued up, it took me about a minute and a half to get into a lobby, and then when I get into the lobby, it was like a minute and 45 seconds before we could actually drop out of the ship. And I dropped down, and I think I had 5 kills my first round, and I'm pretty sure 4 of them were bots. They just controlled like a bot. They didn't act smart at all, and it is almost like the game was just trying to feed me bots. The first couple rounds, I played maybe 5 or 6 rounds, and all my rounds I had 4 or 5, 6 kills, and I could just shotgun them. I could probably be 100 yards from away and just shoot at them with shotguns, and they would just stand practically in the open and try and shoot at me.
This is no Fortnite Aid filler.
Yeah, so
Okay.
But I mean, it's the game. I had a couple games where it
Gunny.
just that lag.
It's all bots. No wonder Alan maybe thinks he's like really good at it. He's just in there playing bots. He's like,
they're
God,
real.
him and Snyder are in a squad together. They're the only players in the whole fucking server, and it's them against bots, and they think they're really fucking good.
No,
look at all these skills we got, guys. We're number one.
Look, it's a real player. It's body 84793 on my friends list, or on the Xbox Live thing.
Look, he shot back at me. That means he's a real player.
Jesus, I'm really good. I finished a 3rd place already in this game. On my
We got a contender here.
Wow.
Got Alan.
And I used a gray shotgun through the whole entire game that round. But
Alan and Snyder think they're like the best players in the world, and it's just them against bots.
I feel like they need to do something with that lobby too, because that lobby, when you first jump in the lobby, everybody's a warrior. So you look around in the lobby and there's 25 or 50 people that are popped in, and they're all the same character skin. And then all of a sudden those kind of start changing to the different classes and stuff like that. But why is there queue time once you get ready in a lobby a minute 45?
Well, they need the developers in the background filling it up with body number
activate
18.
the bots.
Body 44.
Okay, well then why does it take a minute 45 to find bots?
All right, guys, how many bots do we need for this match? It looks like we need 60 bots for this one.
We got 12 real players.
We got 12 people join this one, right? Let's fill it up with bots. Shit, that's sad.
But that's pretty much like all I played this week. I did a little bit of Realm Royale. I downloaded Paladins for him also, but I didn't get that far.
More bots.
Yeah.
Smarter bots and Paladins.
First-person view bots instead of third-person view bots.
You got 2 kinds of bots. The best kind.
Yeah. Good bots and better bots. Autobots roll out. All right,
Evidently too, I created a high-res account at one point in time, and I couldn't even figure out how to log in, so I had to mess around, and I gave up. I couldn't even. It never gave me an option to reset my password.
What?
It just kept telling me my username was already in use and my email was in use, but it would never let me reset my password. So I was guessing, and finally I just gave up and signed in as a guest, and just played it as a guest, so it didn't track any of my stuff. So. I don't even know how to sign on to my high-risk account.
What's Gunny doing? Look at him. He's just throwing his hip out of place over there. Yeah, his Gunny's over here doing fucking stretches and shit on the screen. What the hell are you doing, Gunny?
Well, we got to remember that Gunny is living the single life. He's probably been sitting in that chair since probably 9 o'clock this morning.
Sitting there all day long, stiff
That's
back.
an ice pack on my back, by the way.
Fucking Gunny. Gunny's like, that's an ice pack. My ass ain't that big, boys.
Oh, really, it's not, guys. I know. I was like, oh, they probably saw that. Yeah, here it is.
Anyways, anything else, Mayo?
Nope, just that little bit of VR stuff. I did play some Beat Saber. I got into that. Downloaded the mod thing for it again and went back and did some mods. Downloaded a ton of soundtracks, so you can do pre-made playlist. But the problem is, Jesus, maybe these are for you, is they were way too hard for me. You can't change the difficulty in some of the games, and they were just hard. I'm like, this is a really cool song I like, and I would try it, and I would fail 20 seconds in.
I haven't played Beat Saber in such a long time. I need to get back to it. That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm stuck in
still,
like these hard, like I'm stuck at the top, dude. Like I only need like 5 more songs to beat the game, the campaign. And I can't get past these songs.
How did you get past? I am still stuck. I've tried it a couple times on the campaign. The ones where you have to minimize the movement. Cause
use your hand. Like don't move your arms. Just use your wrist. Like literally just just flick your wrist.
I feel like I'm using my wrist and even stepping to the sides. Like sometimes they'll come at you and they're further apart, and I will try to step to the left or to the right even, and so I don't have to move my arms at all to cut. And I still mess it up. So
yeah, try to just use your wrist. You can't move your arms at all. Like pretty much you just can't move them at all. It's fucking weird.
Is that because like moving your arms takes too long? It's too long of a.
Well, it counts as movement.
It measures your movement, so you have to limit how much you can move.
Like during the whole song, you can only move 500 meters or something.
Oh, so you're like Mr. Roboto the whole time.
Yeah, so you can't like move your arms like more than 500 meters throughout the whole song, or it automatically fails you. It's fucking hard.
You're like a mime almost.
You're like moving your.
Yeah.
Just like barely moving your fucking wrist and shit. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just like barely moving your wrist. Yeah. You gotta use your Jedi powers, Mayo.
Yeah.
Get that wrist action.
Yeah, I think maybe that's what it was. Maybe all the Star Wars talk made me want to play it. Maybe that's why I dug back into it again this week, because having the lightsabers in my hands, playing some Beat Saber.
Yeah.
Be the Jedi Master.
And I just happen to think too, which game I really dropped off of in VR was the Tetris Effect. I haven't touched that one in a long time.
I beat it. I beat the journey mode.
I beat the beginner mode, I think.
Yeah.
That was pretty long. That surprised me how long.
It's fucking it's a lot of missions. You're like, holy fuck, dude. And then once you beat it, you unlock like the Nintendo version or whatever. Like the green screen, like background's like a Nintendo or whatever, like a Game Boy.
Yeah.
That one was pretty cool, I thought. I was like, oh, I remember this. Tetris.
Damn, I can't wait to play that. That just looks like so much fun, Tetris Effect.
It's fun.
The music.
It's a cool soundtrack. It's a really cool soundtrack.
It is.
Yeah.
Speaking of soundtracks and cool stuff and things and controllers, I bought a new controller this week, boys.
Yeah.
A new.
Did you get a
Stadia?
PlayStation Astro controller?
No.
A Scalp controller?
Kind of, but no. I got myself
Elite
2, Gunny.
Ooh. Moneybags over here.
Yeah. Whoa. They call me Moneybags Jesus.
Damn.
Mr. Elite Hands Jesus.
All that Ryan Gibson talk about how awesome that controller was.
Pretty much sold me, goddamn Canadian. Yeah. So yeah, I went to Best Buy the other day and I decided to buy it on Best Buy. I ended up paying full price for it because there's the thing, right? Like I wanted the warranty for it. And at Best Buy, they offer you $40 warranty for 2 years. Then it's Geek Squad, and Geek Squad is arguably one of the best warranties out there. Compared to like Costco, they're pretty much up there with them, where like something breaks with your shit, like the grip starts peeling off or the bumper breaks, you can just take it back to them and they'll give you your money back or give you a new one, you know what I mean? And you just re-up your insurance policy or whatever. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do that. Because GameStop does offer a warranty, but GameStop's warranty is only $50 a year. For a year.
Oh, that's too expensive, yeah.
So it's like, like Best Buy is 2 years for $40, and you're charging me $50 for 1 year. It's like, come on, GameStop. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it's kind of shitty, and so yeah, I didn't want to deal with GameStop. I just, you know what? Best Buy is probably not going to go out of business in the next 2 years. I'll just go with Best Buy.
That's probably why they're charging more, because they probably want the money up front.
Yeah, it's like we're going to close in 6 months. Yeah, so I just went with Best Buy, and actually I showed up to the store, and they didn't have them on display at all. They only had the Elite Series 1 on display, and I ended up asking one of the chicks. It's kind of weird, going like Best Buy in these fucking places where like people come up to you like, well, what are you looking for something, sir? And the game section? I'm like, yes. I'm looking for an Elite 2 controller. And the chick was like, oh, yeah, I got one in the back. I'll be right back. And then she went and got it. And, yeah, it ended up being like $220.
Damn.
Which
I thought they were 170.
The warranty, remember?
Oh, right, yes.
So, like, yeah, it's 180 for the regular, like, just the price. And then you do get a 1 year, I think, no. These do not have a 1 year warranty on them, people. Heads up.
No, they don't.
And on Reddit, some people have been claiming that theirs have already started breaking. So, heads up. The Elite Controller 2 only comes with a 90-day warranty standard from Microsoft. That's it. So, if your shit starts any kind of problem on it within the first 90 days, you make sure you contact Microsoft and get your shit exchanged. Because that, in my opinion, is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous move from Microsoft. And I think that it is stupid for Microsoft to just... You know why they did that, Gunny?
Because of... I would say because the Elite 1 had so many issues.
That, but I'm going to say it's because of the internal battery. I think they know that internal battery is going to start deteriorating faster than what they really claim it's going to do.
Yeah.
And I think they know that before a year is up, that battery won't hold 40 hours of charge. So I think they know that, and I think that's why they're limiting the warranty to 90 days. So, like, yeah, most people, their batteries are going to be good for the first 90 days, but, like, maybe 6 months from now, 180 days from now or whatever.
Right, it'll
their shit will start deteriorating and their battery won't start working as good or whatever, you know, like the battery won't hold as much charge. And that is some bullshit-ass move from Microsoft. I think it's bullshit, and I think people should really, like, kind of be pissed off about that, you know what I mean? Because that is kind of like a bullshit fucking thing move by Microsoft to do. You know?
Like, okay, so about the battery thing, I thought you always see like people commenting on things or they don't have an internal battery, boo boo boo, right? So now that they do, I don't know. I mean, that was the thing where people always praised the PS4.
I mean, I don't mind it. Controller. I don't give a shit. I think it's going to be fine, but I think some people's batteries will wear out, or there's some issue with them that Microsoft saw that. There's a reason they did 90 days, Gunny. They just do 90 days for no reason. You know what I mean?
Right. So that makes more sense regarding
there's
the battery.
There's something wrong with it. You know, something wrong with the controller.
There's people that are just going to be, you know, they're going to play for
abusing it.
There's people that play for 2 hours a day, and there's people that play for 18
all day,
hours a day.
Yeah. So, anyways, as far as the build quality is great. Compared to my Elite 1, it feels good. It feels just as weighty. It's not a little bit more weightier. The triggers have like they have like little ridges on them now, like little bumps on the back. So it feels like there's like a little like a texture to the triggers now. You know, they're not solid like they're not like the bumpers where they're smooth. They're like got like this little like dots on them or whatever on here. And the grip goes around here to the back, so it feels good. The paddles are a little bit shorter, so they don't get in the way as much. The internal battery is actually really neat because, like Ryan said, you can plug in your case. The way I have it set up is where I have my case plugged in to the USB-Cs to the case. Then when I'm done playing, I just set this in the case, and it starts charging the controller automatically.
That's cool. So, yeah, it's not just a wire just dangling off the side of your, you know, wherever you have that plugged in.
You can actually remove... I can remove the little charger thing from the case and put it on the desk if I really wanted to, but I like the case. I like the way it sits in there with all the stuff. As far as the tension on the paddles, you can adjust the tension on them, which I have done so, and I made it a little bit tighter. I have it on the medium settings for Call of Duty and shit. The way I like it. It feels good. And yeah, the build quality is great. I mean, everything everyone else has said about it, it's great. It's a good controller. It's $220, a lot of money, yes. Is $220 crazy amount for how much I play? No. Like no. I fucking game a lot, dude. You know what I mean? And you guys know it. I know it. I mean, I fucking know that I game a lot, so I'm going to be using it quite a bit. I already used it a shitload this week with Star Wars and shit and Call of Duty, you know? So, like... And they've only had it for like 4 or 5 days or whatever, you know? So I feel like I'm going to get my use out of it even within the first 6 months, probably I'll get my use out of it.
Yeah. I bet if you logged your hours that you actually use that thing over the time of your next 6 months, what your cost per hour or whatever you'd want to call it would be minimal. You know,
it'd be like 2 cents per hour. I game a lot.
And then you think of it that way, and it's worth it.
Yeah, and I gave him a lot, and some people are like, well, why would you pay that much if you can pay $40 for a controller? Yeah, but why would I do that when I'm going to be replacing the controller often? You know what I mean? If I want a good gaming experience and I want to feel comfortable, like I want the way the paddles sit on there. Like I have the higher paddles. Your thumbs feel less fatigued. I'm not going to lie, when you have those taller sticks on your thing, your thumbs don't get as tired, you know what I mean? It's hard for
Right.
PC gamers to understand that because on a keyboard and mouse, you don't really feel that fatigue, that gamer's thumb shit. But that happens to people, man, on controllers. It really happens to me sometimes where, like, you're just gaming so hardcore. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Especially playing Call of Duty or something where you're just gripping the fucking thumbsticks and you're just gripping the shit and you're just fucking shooting and like your thumbs are just constantly moving, turning the character around and all that stuff. Your thumbs, like the next day, if you pay attention to your thumb might sometimes be sore. Like you're like, holy fuck, like this thing, like fuck. I need to
Right.
chill the fuck out with this thing. It's gonna break my thumb. And having those taller thumbsticks or whatever does help. I did notice that the thumbsticks on this new Elite 2 controller, they're different from the Elite Series 1. The Elite Series 1 had, in my opinion, a little bit better thumbsticks. Because I have both of them here right now, and I could look at them both, and one of them has like the little edges on it, like the Elite 1 on the edges had like these little like ridges. This one is kind of like they're both smooth on the controller, like on the thumbsticks. They're both like they're smooth all the way around, so it's kind of weird. In my opinion, the Elite 1 maybe were a little bit better, but they do work on the Elite 2 because I tried moving them around.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I think I have the Elite 1 on the Elite 2. This is what I
Yeah,
ended
and
up doing.
I like my Elite one. I mean, besides I broke the LB button, shoulder button.
Oh,
It
yeah.
still works, just all crunch, crack. You know. when
You
I
need
use it.
to
You said I could replace those, right?
yeah,
There's
go
a
to
place-
eBay. Yeah, eBay and buy a replacement kit. I think the last time I bought one, it was like $4 or something. And they send you like everything with it. They send you the bumpers, like the little screwdriver, the little prying tool you use to pry the shit open.
Yeah,
They send you everything,
Uh.
and they pretty much all you gotta do is sit there and watch like a 2-minute YouTube. Like turn on YouTube on your computer screen and have your desk clear. Just take your shit apart, put it all in there, and you'll be able to replace them. It's just a little fucking thing that you'll see exactly where it breaks. It usually breaks on like that little inner piece in the middle because it's so thin, dude. It's like it's thin as shit, and because
Yeah.
the Elite 1 is designed like the original version of the Xbox One controller, which for some reason they never ended up changing that on the Elite 1, which I thought it was stupid. But the original Xbox controllers, the Xbox Ones, they had like this really thin plastic thing, like really thin. It was probably like way less than a quarter inch. Like it was thin as fuck, and it was going through the controller to the middle part, and that's what holds your bumpers to the whole controller.
like a hundredth of an inch.
Yeah, and as you're tapping the RB a lot, that little plastic fucking thing is gonna break eventually, and the new controllers, they have like a theirs is more like a quarter inch. It's like a flat piece of plastic that goes all the way around it, but it goes like to the top, but it's way longer. Like I said, it's way thicker. It's like a quarter inch almost, but it's a flat, big piece of plastic, so it's gonna take a lot more pressure to break. You'll probably never break it.
Yeah, I want to say I had it. This is maybe about a month ago. I dropped it off of this table that I'm using right now. I'm trying to think. Did it? I think it hit the chair or one of the wooden stool thing. It's like I'm like, man, it did not take much for that thing to break. So, but other than that, it's a great controller. Even the Elite Series 1.
Yeah, I like
but
it
I
both.
really love to get a Series 2 eventually.
Yeah, and like I said, the reason I went with Best Buy was because of just the warranty. I'm a big sucker for warranties, man. Because I know how much shit will break. You know what I mean? Like, shit just goes
Yeah,
bad,
and
man.
even to GameStop's credit, which was way more expensive in that sense,
Yeah.
where I know what you're talking about. You can walk in there and go, just give me another controller. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
They'll do
part of
that
the warranty,
too.
but
Yeah.
definitely go with the 2-year, not a 1.
Yeah, and I think for the consoles, GameStop is priced not too badly. Because I think when I bought my Xbox One X there, the warranty for like a 2-year warranty on it was like $80, which isn't too bad. It's $40 a year if you think about it.
Yeah, that's
It's
not
not
terrible.
bad at all. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, That's the Elite 2 controller, guys. Check it out if you're interested in it. I know most of you aren't. Most of you are thinking you're fucking crazy, Jesus. But like Mayo said in the past, like we spent money on... Like literally, I was thinking about that, Mayo. I was sitting there and I was looking at like gaming keyboards and mouses. And the shit was like $89 for this fucking like little mouse pad, or like $150 for this keyboard. I was like, yeah, we talk all this shit about the Elite controller, but look at these fucking keyboards at this store. You know what I mean? Like all this shit is like easily over $100. A fucking mouse is like 120 or whatever. It's like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute, Jesus. We're not clowning on you here. We're not giving you shit because you paid $220 for the controller. You're supposed to be PC Master Race here. You got rid of your Xbox X, your Xbox One, man. So you can't have a new controller if you're supposed to be PC Master Race mouse and keyboard, dude.
No, because there is games on the PC Master Race that require a controller, such as Star Wars.
There is. Even Star Wars, I think at the beginning of that game it says we recommend a mouse or a controller over mouse and keyboard. I remember it saying that.
Yeah.
Fine, justified then. Justified price. I get it.
Fuck you. I still kick ass in Call of Duty, motherfucker. Even
you got your gold gun.
Yeah, I got my gold gun. It was pretty nuts. The other day I was playing with Brink, and I fucking joined him, right? And he plays mouse and keyboard, so every time you join him, you're going to be in those fucking asshole PC lobbies. And we joined a lobby, dude, and it was all like Blizzard account. Like you can see that everyone was playing on PC, but everyone was mouse and keyboard except for like Jesus Walks a Lot. I'm like, I'm going to get fucking wrecked. And this was like my first match after not playing Call of Duty for like the longest time, because I've been playing Star Wars and shit and Red Dead. And dude, I got my ass handed to me. Like I didn't come in at last. I was like in third place, but I still felt like I died way more than I should have. Like these motherfuckers were like sniping me from across the fucking way, like just like a headshot, like boom. I was like, oh, you motherfucker! Like you could tell they're using like one dude. He must have been a Chinese hacker, because his name was like all in like Chinese letters or whatever, and like his contact, all it said was like 2001 or something. And this motherfucker, like he was like he got play of the game or something, like you get play of the game, and he got like a triple headshot, like just like boom and turned and boom and turned and boom. Yeah. Like I was like, holy fucking shit, the accuracy it takes.
Software. He must be turning it.
Like that is nuts. That dude must
different accounts.
Fucking aimbot or something in this fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like that is nuts how quick he was able to turn and just hit those people in the head.
Did you feel like that guy in your little video you posted today on Facebook? The PC versus console player where the guy has an arrow and he's trying to...
I'll get you. I'll get you. And the dude's like, wait a minute, are you on console? He's like, yeah, I'm on the mighty Xbox. Bow down to your Master Race Xbox. He's like, oh, really now?
They've been putting out some good videos.
Those guys are fucking
those
funny.
Guys are funny.
Man. They're
they
funny
put up
as
PUBG
fuck.
videos.
I remember the first video I watched of them was a PUBG one, a long time ago when PUBG was big, and they was talking about like the asshole teammate that won't revive you guys, but like they're all down like on a hill, like
don't die,
help us, Rowan, help us, and he's like, I can't go out there, guys. If I go out there, the guy's gonna shoot me. And they're like, help us! They're like fucking crying.
He had like a sliver of health. Yeah.
And he runs out there.
He's trying to heal. That's what it was.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'll run out there. And he runs out there to go like revive one of them. And as soon as he goes out there, they're like, yeah, see, told you the guy would stop shooting at us. He like gets shot as soon as they said that. They have some funny ass ones. They have another one where like the imposter, the guy that goes into their squad and like, he like says that he's Ben, but the other guy's really Ben. That shit's funny, dude. Watch people the Dirt League people. They're funny ass people on.
The one video I that was hilarious. I want to say it was Nipron that posted it. I don't know if he put it on his personal page or not, but it was hilarious. It was the same guys, and they were talking about. It was like 3 men in a group, and then there was 3 girls, and they go out and like how to like catch a female or something like that. But it wasn't like sexist or anything like that. But I was like,
well, they're in the club.
Watching here?
They're in the club dancing or whatever. Yeah, no, they do PUBG. And then recently, I saw the most newest one they post was that Apex Legends one. They're making fun of like the finishing moves or whatever, like like that.
Oh yeah, I see that one also.
The guy like
shows Mirage dancing around forever.
He's dancing for like 2 minutes in front of the dude. He's like, wait, I'm almost gonna get you. Wait, you thought I was gonna kill you there. He's just fucking doing the moonwalk around the dude.
But these guys are good how they can go from doing something like Discovery Channel or National Geographic to doing like video game stuff.
They're pretty funny. And then they have the ones where like they're at the store or whatever, the Playtech store, that fucking like that fake store they set up where they do their skits at. That shit's funny. Those guys must have like bank, dude, because they have like a whole legit like fake store set up that looks like a real store. You know what I mean? And they like fucking do their skits, and it's fucking nuts. Anyways, moving on out to, I guess, news, right?
News time.
It's news time. Let's get into the news, Mayo Machine. We got news for you, my friend.
This week. I know.
Man. Oculus Black Friday deals for the 2019. Here you go. So, we've already seen some pretty good deals on the PSVR headsets this year. They're coming in at $100 off. But now Facebook's owned Oculus has announced a new Oculus Quest Black Friday deal, as well as Oculus Go, Portal Camera, and Oculus Rift S deals. After Valve announced Half-Life Alyx, a new VR-only game in the series set between Half-Life and Half-Life 2. Says here this game is compatible with the Oculus Quest and Oculus Rift S. Anyways, so once you buy the Oculus Quest headset, you get the Star Wars VR series, that Vader Immortal. So you get that for free if you buy the Oculus Quest, Gunny. That is an exclusive Oculus Quest game, by the way. So you get that for free, Gunny. You don't got to pay for it.
Fuck yeah.
If you buy the Oculus Quest before January 31st, then you got to activate it within 30 days of your purchase. So if you buy it on January 31st, you got to activate it before March 2nd to get that game for free. You get all 3 episodes for free. Also, starting November 28th until December 2nd, the Oculus Rift S and both versions of the Oculus Go will be discounted by $50. Also, Facebook plans to discount its Portal devices, which are touchscreen displays that let you video call your friends and family, display photos, and control your smartphone with built-in Alexa support. In addition to a lot more, the Portal Mini, and Portal TV are all discounted by $50, and it also lets Facebook spy on you in your house. So here the Portal Plus sees the price cut of $30. And so there you go.
What do you say, Mayo? You got the Oculus S, right?
So, yeah, Oculus Quest 64 gigabyte plus Vader Immortal, $400.
Yeah, and that's the same. I mean, that's what I paid for my Rift S. And the user that don't know, the Oculus Quest is the completely wire-free, hands-free version. But a cool little update they actually just released this week also is they have a cord now that you can actually hook it to your PC. So now you can play some of the games that were on PC VR, because like with my Oculus, I can connect it with Steam and use Steam VR to use Steam games on my Oculus, where this one I don't think you could at the time. You could only use what was in the Oculus store, and you didn't still have the full library that you did with like the Rift S, like what I have. So now they have this new cable you have, and you can actually plug this one into your PC and make it like my Oculus Rift S, or you can make it like a Quest and take it on the go. You unplug that cord, and you have dedicated storage, and you can store some of your games on there, and you can play your games.
Sweet.
And doesn't the Oculus Quest have like a better screen though than the S?
I think it's the same screen. Like mine has the 1440 screen, and it has the digital, the eye adjustment. I can't remember what they called it right now, but
yeah.
But it has all that.
I thought it had like an OLED screen or some shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. I know it came out after the S.
Yeah.
But
or maybe it had better inside-out tracking. Yeah, no, that's something better than the. Cause I saw somebody comparing it to the S, and they were saying that you might as well just buy the Quest at this point, because you can do both. But Gunny,
different screen.
If you're not interested in that, Gunny, if you want to save yourself $50, you can buy the Oculus Rift S for $350.
It's an option.
Or you can buy yourself the hobo-ass Oculus Go 32 gigabyte for $150.
I might get that for my kid.
Or 64 gigabytes for $200. I'll just go with the 64, right? Double for
right.
$50 more bucks.
Yeah, the 64. Yep.
Normally priced at $250, the Oculus Go is a completely portable headset that's better used for movies, shows, and other media than gaming. So there you go. It's available on Amazon beginning November 28th. That's in a few days from now. Of course, all the portable devices from Facebook are available on sale as well, which I don't know anyone that owns a portable device. And if you did, that'd be fucking weird.
But I feel like this would be good for my kid's, his Razer laptop as well. So, I mean, it would just be something where it could be moved easy. So I thought, oh, man, this would be perfect. It's not just going to be like a bunch of wires sitting on the living room table.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I like it.
Moving on to more news, the reason you should get an Oculus. Half-Life Alyx reveal has now been revealed. This is a full-length Half-Life game, Gunny, set between the first two games, and it will be out March 2020. You can pre-order it now and get 10% off on Steam. So, let me tell you about which VR headsets you can now play this on when it comes out. So, in March 2020, when Half-Life Alyx releases, you're going to be able to play this on your Valve Index, Oculus Rift, Oculus Quest. Like Mayo said, you're going to need the PC link for that, but it's not hard to get. The HTC Vive, and if you owned a Windows Mixed Reality headset, you can be able to play it on that as well. So that's interesting. They pretty much allowed you to play this on everything except for the PSVR, right? So
yeah,
that's neat.
Which you will be able to eventually. Yeah,
if it comes out to PS, yeah. I mean, so that's cool, man. What do you think about this, man? You're excited for this Half-Life Alyx?
Yeah, the PC community is really excited. I don't know if you guys ever really played much of Half-Life or experienced Half-Life
really.
2. I mean, I only played a little bit, but your die-hard hardcore PC players are just in love with the Half-Life series. I'm sure you heard the rumblings forever.
Yeah.
Half-Life 3, why won't they make Half-Life 3?
I always thought it was just the console peasants here that were the ones just clamoring for a full-on Half-Life 3.
It's always been PC, man.
I forgot about those guys.
It's always pretty much been mainly PC at first, and it came out late to the console. I think it came out with the orange box, maybe. Is when you guys got it. And that was like a celebration at that point, where it was like an anniversary pack on the PC, where all the games were kind of in one location and stuff. But so what's cool about this is it just is exciting that Valve took the time to really make this full. They're calling it a full VR experience, and it's a full game. They're not calling it a demo. They're not calling it, an example. This is one of the 3 games they said that they were actually developing. And I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer or not, but if you even pay attention at the very beginning, a Steam logo kind of appears, and it's almost like they're saying, hey, we're back as a brand, and we're going to start developing games again.
That would be Valve, right?
Yes, as Valve. And I've been digging into this and just seeing some different information I found on this game. And I hear this game is going to be, I'm trying to remember what they said hours-wise. It was, I think, 16 to 20 hours to beat in VR.
Know it was going to be that long.
And people were, I guess, were interviewing, I can't remember if it was IGN was interviewing one of their makers, and they asked why this game is like VR only, because they kind of limited their player base, because your PC players who have been asking for a Half-Life game forever, and they said that they wanted to make it a true VR game, and to make it a true VR experience was to take away the mouse and keyboard support. So they said that they'd done things in the game that you just can't do with a mouse and keyboard or a controller. And so they built the game around VR and kept it in mind the whole way going through. So that's kind of exciting, knowing that we see this game come out that's going to be a long that they're calling a AAA game. I mean, we'll see when we get it, I guess, but a full-length game in VR, a shooter kind of action experience, I guess you could say, because like how you have your AAA titles like Star Wars, it's like big budget action, and you just really feel and enjoy it. And I think everybody's hoping that for this being kind of the first real large VR game. And then too, they said also, the developers said, like, well, why aren't you making like a PC version? Why didn't we get that also? And they said that they felt the pressure early on that they couldn't live up to the expectations if they make a Half-Life 3. Like right now at this point, they feel that the game is so on such a high pedestal.
I don't know. Say that again. One more time. They couldn't live
article.
Up.
I heard they didn't feel like they could live up to the expectations that so many people have for Half-Life.
I don't know. Do you smell that? It smells like, I don't know. It just
smells like bullshit. It smells like this VR is a cash grab.
Well, I think it is too. But they said they were afraid. Basically, they said they could bring back Half-Life, and if this fails on VR, then they can be like, oh, it was just a VR title, and we tried, such and such. But if they came out with Half-Life 3, and the sequel wasn't very good,
who cares?
It's been so long. Yeah,
you still got Steam. Why do you even care? It's like if we fail, it's not like we're making billions of dollars off of our own fucking launcher. Whoop-de-doo, guys. We'll just make a Left 4 Dead 3. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah. I understand Gabe is all, and the whole everybody over at Steam, they're all in on this whole VR thing, right? I get it. So that's probably where, that part I understand.
This one really surprised. This one caught me off guard, kinda, because I was pretty determined in my mind that the first game that they were going to do in VR that was going to be full VR support was going to be Portal. For some reason, that has the perfect making in my mind to make a fun VR game, where you could shoot portals and kind of step through them. And
yes,
because you know how the limitation is in VR, like your movement, you're limited in how your movement is, so you could make portals and be warping through them with like the warping mechanic, and maybe make awesome. a pretty entertaining game actually in the Portal world, solving these puzzles with the robot, walking around you or floating around you and talking crap to you, and trying to solve it like in Portal 2 and stuff. And I thought that would be a good opportunity. Maybe we'll see that coming too in the near future. I don't know, because they did say they are making three games, and then this is the first of the three.
Oh no, man. Maybe they cannot live up to the expectations of Portal.
Right, that'll be next year.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Live up to it. I don't know if we can make it. We're just going to call it Portal VR, simply.
Yeah, they might. I don't know.
We can't live up to expectations, so we give our less expectation games to you VR assholes that want games.
You know what?
Fuck you guys. Fuck you assholes that pay extra $400 for these stupid headsets. Fuck you guys, you dedicated community. We fucking hate you. We give you the shitty games that we think are not going to be good enough for the regular gamers.
No.
So,
but like you said, I totally feel this is a cash grab to get you to buy their console or their systems.
You know what, man? The only way they could redeem themselves out of this, I think, with this whole VR thing, and I'm just thinking like a console peasant here, right? Because I can't play it on my Xbox, damn it. But I don't know, maybe that might all change here with the announcement of Xbox's next console or whatever. It's got VR and PlayStation. Everything's gonna be compatible with the next Half-Life game, but I don't know.
But what makes this too interesting is if Valve made this game to sell, say, their Index or their Vive, why are they giving support to everything else?
Everything else, yeah, support.
Yeah, that's kind of odd. I would thought it would have been exclusive or something.
Why,
yeah, I thought for sure.
I think they're going to sell enough of them to make enough money and redeem the cost.
I know why. Guess why? Because Steam doesn't give a shit. They own Steam, which sells VR games. Which the more VR headsets are out there, guess where you're going to go to buy those VR games? You're going to go to them. So guess who makes money off of all those games you're going to buy? They make the money off of all the games you're going to buy. They don't give a fuck. It's like Mayo. It's like saying why would Valve support every fucking AMD and Nvidia at the same time? Because they don't give a shit. The more computers that are out there, the more money they make. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They want everybody on the PC Master Race train. They want everyone on the VR train because you're going to need to buy those games somewhere. You know,
Right.
you're not going to go to the Windows Store to buy those games. Game Pass doesn't have VR games. You're going to go to Steam to buy all those games. I don't even think, does Epic even have a VR game store yet?
No, Epic needs to use Steam, I think,
See?
and
Yeah.
Everyone needs to use Steam.
When you own the only,
only
when you
one that-
own the only gas station in
Yeah,
town,
you're the one selling other cars. You don't
Yeah.
want electric cars out there. Fuck electric cars.
I don't know how it is for you, Jesus, but like with my Oculus, the Oculus Store is actually really good. They have pretty much most major titles that Steam does, and I'm actually pretty impressed with the Oculus Store. I actually open that up more than I do a lot more other of my launchers to just look and see what they have for sale and look at what they have to offer. Because a lot of the stuff, they have Beat Saber, they have all your major games, with the only exception of the Valve games that are made, or there might be like one or two I can't think of off the top of my head.
Super Hot. No, who's that?
Super Hot's on there actually. I can't remember what it was, but it was some kind of Valve game or Valve related kind of thing that's not on there. But most of the games actually are on the Oculus Store. They do a pretty good job. Unlike that Vive port I checked out, like I said, that thing was that was so full of VR trash that I just couldn't do it. I even uninstalled it. So.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
moving on to more news. If you want to play this Half-Life Alyx game, Mayo, I got the minimum recommended specs for it. You ready?
Yep.
You ready for this, Mayo? You ready to hear that you can't outrun this?
I can run it, no problem.
You're going to need an Intel Core i5 7500 minimum or a AMD Ryzen 5 1600. You're going to need at least 12 gigabytes of RAM, which it's interesting that you need that much RAM. That's a lot of RAM. An NVIDIA GTX 1060 card or an AMD RX 580 with at least 6 gigabytes of RAM. It says here that according to Steam hardware survey recently made, the average PC gamer is running these days. It says here that only 45% actually have 12 gigabytes of RAM or more on their PC, and only 35% of all PC gamers have the requisite graphics card or better. That's insane. Only 35%? You telling me that more than 65% of gamers don't have a GTX 1060? That's
Evidently.
insane.
I wonder how long ago that survey was taken.
That seems kind of nuts. I feel like most people would have that. I feel like most people have 1080s and shit, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least the people
Gosh,
getting into the
coming.
2000 series.
Yeah. Anyways, moving
PC
on.
police are coming.
Yeah, you hear them?
I heard them coming for the PC.
They're just talking. Moving on to some more news now. Amazon will announce its game streaming service next year, according to a report. Wow, what a surprise. It says here rumors have now surfaced earlier this year that claim Amazon was developing a game streaming service, but despite the launch of Stadia and Microsoft's demonstration of Project xCloud, Amazon has yet to hint at its game streaming plans. According to a new report from CNET, however, they say that it's going to be announcing the service next year. In January, details around the service were sparse, with people allegedly familiar with Amazon's plans claiming that the company had approached publishers about putting their games on the mystery platform. The report from CNET adds that it's been recruiting people from the likes of Microsoft to assist with the streaming service at launch, along with new hires for another gaming initiative related to the service. Job listings have not explicitly mentioned the streaming service, but they have mentioned Amazon's desire to explore streaming in more general terms. Twitch job postings like this one. It says here, I'm gonna get this job posting. Let me click on this link. Oh, look at this. Gunny, are you looking for a job, Gunny?
Yes.
Do you
Here in the
think-
Bay Area.
You could be a senior product manager technical for Twitch Prime Dev X, and you're going to be influencing how developers work.
I can do that. I believe they're in San Francisco, which is only an hour from me.
Let me tell you here, as a senior product manager tech, Gunny, as a PMT on a game developer-focused team, you will now be responsible for defining and launching new initiatives that allow game developers to use Twitch Prime to its fullest with minimal friction. You'll set the direction for scaling developer support, improving their experience, and work closely with Twitch Prime's partnership team to create game developer incentives. It says here successful candidates will use data and customer insights to create strategic and tactical initiatives that improve game developers, internal operations, and Twitch Prime members. Yeah. You guys ready for this? You guys are going to sign up for this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm already there.
Gunny, you need a bachelor's or higher level of education in computer science or the equivalent, or professional work experience as a software engineer. You're going to need 5+ years of experience owning the product lifecycle of a technology service product, or a major feature within a broader service used by engineers and technology professionals. And you need strong technical depth in areas of system design. All right, Gunny? Understanding of Amazon's cloud services.
I don't know what you just said, but I'm going to go back to just driving a truck.
I'm going to drive my truck. Partner.
Never mind.
This is in Seattle, Washington, Gunny. Go sign up, people.
See, I was thinking it was San Francisco. It would have been close. I could just drive.
Anyways, you guys excited for another? You guys excited for another streaming service?
No.
Another one? We're just tired of these fucking streaming services.
You know who's excited for the streaming service?
Apple. Is Apple going to do it? Is that what you're going to say next?
No, you know who's excited? Your internet provider is excited.
You know, I heard something about that. But I don't know. I've never heard anything from internet provider. You got a link or something?
Your internet provider is excited for these internet services.
Yeah, they start putting that data cap on everybody.
They don't give a fuck.
Join our service or get capped.
Yeah, that's right. It says here, Steam Remote Play Together sale and streaming event is now underway. You and Mayo tried this earlier, right, Gunny?
Yeah, me and Mayo tried this.
Speak about it.
Go ahead, Mayo. Go ahead and start off with our experience.
Right. So, you know how great Steam is, since I'm such a big Steamer, big Steam activist over
big
here.
Steamer, yeah.
Steam activist.
We understand how that goes.
Damn liberals.
How great is it that a company can sit there and make it have local co-op on a game? I'd say, let me start over. So if a developer makes a game and they don't make an online version of that game, and they make a local co-op only version of this game, Steam has done all the work for that developer to let us take one of their games and let me, as like a host, as Gunny and I have tried, I can invite Gunny to my local co-op game, just like he's sitting on the chair right beside me. And he can be at his PC, and it streams the game from my screen, basically, what I'm seeing on my PC. It's streaming it to Gunny, and Gunny is basically playing the same exact game that I am, except for he's playing across country. And this is a local game. This literally the games we tried was split screen, just like if Gunny was sitting right beside me.
Is there any lag there when Gunny makes a movement?
No, I did not notice any lag on my end, and Gunny said he did not.
So I didn't notice any lag. The only thing I noticed was, I think it was when we played Sonic Racing.
Yes.
And towards the end of that second race that we played, so let's just go ahead and say it was 10 minutes in.
This is so cool. We need to play Overcooked like this, guys.
We did. Actually, we started playing Overcooked, but then I was playing Remnants with Vetterholic at the same exact time. So I was kind of like looking at two different screens, two different devices. But Overcooked was kind of funny because I had never played Overcooked. Was that part 2, Mayo, or the first one?
That was the first one, and he was in 2 conversations at once, and he just kind of would stop moving on me. And he'd be like, "Oh, yeah. Mayo's got it."
No, like it was funny because that worked super well with the controller, with the Xbox controller.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy. Because Mayo kept fucking burning all the food. I don't know what happened. And then it caught on fire. I'm like, man, what do we do? He's all, grab the fire extinguisher.
I'm trying to do it all by myself over here. I'm trying to cut all the tomatoes and everything, cut the onions, and
the pot was boiling over.
Overcooked. But you know how you got to put like 3 of them in a pan. We put 2 of them in there, and it needs a third one, and it's starting to catch fire. So I'm like picking the pan up so it wouldn't catch fire, and I needed Gunny to put like tomatoes in there, and I'm Gunny, put a tomato in there, and he's still trying to figure out what to do. I set the pan back down, and it immediately started beeping again, catch on fire. I'm like, Gunny, get this fire extinguisher, and we were
it's kind of cool, like how Jesus, you played this before, where they put people in the middle, and I'm like, God damn it, there's like foot traffic, so it almost felt like a Frogger thing where I had to get across without trying to avoid foot traffic, but yeah, that was a pretty fun game, and that one had no issues. But I think when we played Sonic, it was really interesting. I think when we played Sonic, the only issue we had was it wouldn't let me use a controller. I had to use mouse and keyboard.
And I think it was just that game, though, for some reason, why it was having an issue.
Yeah, and I think it was well into the second game that things started to, like on my screen, they were fuzzy. Kind of like our connection was not that great. And it shows me on my screen on the right-hand side. It reminded me of xCloud, where it's showing like, hey, this is the strength of the remote play. And that was actually kind of going down. But it didn't play into the lag at all, I felt. I felt like I was still, like the controls were still responsive.
And also, Jesus, I'll throw this in out there too. While we were doing this, we were also on a video call. So we were using Skype and doing a video call while we were playing this game together.
Oh, we played Cuphead together too.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool. Like just having, again, like sitting in the same room. That was pretty sweet. But I think next time what we ought to do, Mayo, is we're going to try this. Like we're going to get into like an actual Steam call, and do it that way and see if any
use Steam Chat or something, or Discord.
We'll use Steam Chat, and then what we'll do is we'll not have these videos going.
And have Skype up at the time, and we just left it on while we were trying to figure it out. But the cool thing about this, Jesus, is you only need 1 copy of the game. So if I own the copy of the game, and it's a 4-player co-op game, I can send out 3 invites to anybody in my friends list, and we can all play together with just off of my copy. So
that's pretty cool.
It's kind of cool that you don't have to buy multiple copies of a game or anything like that. And it works really easy. And they've integrated it so into the Steam too, to where you can filter your game list, and it'll list only the games that support it. Because trying to figure out what games had local co-op off the top of your head is kind of hard to remember. But like I filtered it out on mine already, and right away I see like Awesome Knots and Battle Block Theater and Castle Crashers are options. Cuphead, Death Road to Canada is an option. There's a lot of games on here. I have 153 games that support this feature in my library.
That's cool.
So yeah, we could do some community Overcooked or something like that. And I think you guys can even play one of my games off my account, off the Mayo Pass.
Oh, and remote play that.
And remote play it to other people. So like you guys don't have to buy it. You can play it off my library and then send invites to other people from my guests.
Yeah, and I felt like that was super easy. It pretty much just pops up as long as you got Steam up, or maybe you don't even need that. It just was like, as long as it's running, it was like, boom, accept the invite. Okay, boom, and then my screen was up and running. It was just a mirror of his.
Because it's just streaming whatever he has on his screen.
Yeah. It has even shown my frame rate counter on the corner of his screen. He's like, I've never seen that before. I was
like, man, look at them high frame rates I'm getting. Mayo's like, yeah, that's mine. He had it all fully optimized.
Yeah, according to Steam, this week they're having 100 streamers start streaming it from November 20th at 9 a.m. to showcase it. So that was this last week.
Yeah, and I'll probably buy a couple smaller games so that actually...
You can just play like Monopoly and shit, motherfuckers, or buy like all those board games on there and just fucking play against each other.
Yeah, 'cause
And
my
this
son's
week-
always asked me to play, and I'm just like, well, your screen's in there, mine's here,
Still, we get
We gotta buy
everybody.
two separate copies.
We got family
Yeah.
game night. Gunny, Jesus will be joining. Jesus is coming over for family game night, and Mayo's coming over, and
if you go to Steam, guys, and you look on that page, there is a whole list of family games on there as
And
well.
then-
Yeah, they have a sale for this actually to go with this to promote it. All these family games and co-op
Nice.
games are actually on sale right now on Steam.
me and Evan Tanaka are going to be playing against Gunny and this kid and little Mayo, and Mayo can team up. Oh, that'd be fun. Play all kinds of games, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Holiday games.
I was surprised because the Sonic racing game didn't have an online feature. If you remember the first Sonic All Star,
You don't need online anymore, Mayo.
Right.
This
So
is
now-
the new online.
So I remember hearing you hear development of games takes a lot longer to get to the online aspect. How big is this for an indie developer? I wonder if they could just make a game local
That's
co-op
huge, yeah.
and not have to worry about development of the online multiplayer. I hear that takes up a lot of their time.
What if Microsoft does this same shit?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You know what I mean? You can invite your Xbox friends and play games with them.
That would be really cool, especially now that this idea is out there, and I'm sure Microsoft probably figured out how they did it,
Yeah.
and be like, yeah, that's a good idea. We can make that part of xCloud, and bam, there you go.
That'd be so fucking sick. I think it's gonna be a big hit. That's a game changer for people, man. There's people that live across the country, people that don't live in the same states, and that want to game with each other or whatever the fuck for whatever reason, and stuff like this. It's interesting how people can be so far away and be connected at the same time. You know what I mean?
I remember the first one I really experienced that was with Overcooked. We were playing it. That was a game I was so disappointed that it didn't have all.
Yeah, it sucks because you launch it and you're like, this game looks
everybody was
so fun. This game looks so fun. But this sucks. I can't play with people.
Right, you have to play with local co-op, and luckily enough for me, with my kids being older, my kids and I, we could sit down and play it. The four of us could sit and play, and we could have a good time with it with four people.
Yeah.
But most people don't have that opportunity, and you want to play with other people online. So to be able to let somebody join your game like this is pretty cool.
Yeah, the future is now. Just like
Cool stuff.
Just like Cyberpunk, guys.
Oh yes.
Moving on to some more news. My boy Elon Musk. He wheeled out his new latest vehicle innovation
Musk in his truck.
from Omni Consumer Products yesterday. It's called the Cybertruck.
Whoa, innovative. Why does it look like it's got bullet holes in the windshields?
Well, let me tell you, Gunny. This Cybertruck, right? It has bulletproof windows, and the windows were supposed to be shatterproof,
They look shattered.
but they got shattered during the demonstration. So
Throwing steel balls at it.
that wasn't supposed to happen, according to Elon Musk. He was like, "Oh fuck, that wasn't supposed to happen." So, anyways, according to Cyberpunk 2077, they might end up putting the truck in the game.
The dumb truck, right? Isn't it called the dumb truck?
Yeah, that's what this article is calling it. But I mean, I don't know, Gunny. I think I would drive that truck.
It looks, like if you look at it from the back or from the front at a distance, it almost looks like a car, not a truck.
Well, it's like an SUV truck. Why, you telling me you wouldn't drive that thing, Gunny?
I probably wouldn't. It looks dumb.
Why? If I give you a Cybertruck, you wouldn't drive it?
I think if you I think you'd have
You
to
drive a
weld
Jeep,
on,
motherfucker. You wouldn't drive this?
You have to weld on some bars on the windows.
It looks cool as shit. It looks futuristic.
You could take it to your little 4-wheel drive shop, put a Nerf bar in the front.
Yeah,
and
Gunny.
There you go.
Put all
that.
that bullshit you put on your Jeep, fucking little fucking bar in the front and shit, and little winch
then I would
thing.
drive it. And once you pimp it up, like Sean Fuller said, pimp that shit up. Hell yeah. Put some get some big old floodlights on the top of it.
It looks very like generic with like that one color, right? Like that silver.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I don't know. I guess if you made it like a candy apple red and
oh no, look, I'm looking at a black one.
Accessories on it, it would be more.
I'm looking at a black one right now. The black one looks pretty nice.
Yeah, the only thing is just it's got that shape at the top. It's just what is this, a house?
So they're saying that
like a fucking house,
so the Cybertruck comes with a loading ramp, Gunny. With a loading ramp, so you can load your like 4-wheeler onto it, like it automatically like comes down and you drive your little 4-wheeler up there. Which Elon Musk's company, Tesla, has also developed a special ATV for the truck that fits it perfectly.
I mean, I can see if you're driving this on the moon, maybe.
Also, Gunny, also, so the Cybertruck has bulletproof windows, right? And then it also has a like a cover that covers the back. So like say you put groceries in the back of your Cybertruck, Gunny. You press a button and a little window comes down and covers them.
Oh my. Protect your groceries. Put the kids in the back. Protect them.
Oh my. Throw your kids in the back and lock them in there. Oh my.
Yeah.
Also, this truck, Gunny, can have a tri-motor all-wheel drive engine with a range of 500 plus miles. That's electrical miles, Gunny. And it can reach 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds.
Damn.
With a top speed of 130 miles per hour. A towing capacity of 14,000 plus pounds. And a beautiful starting price of $69,000 and $69,900. So, almost $70,000. Once you get done with all the paperwork, it's over $70,000. But who cares? Who cares, Gunny? You're driving a fucking
Who needs a
truck.
Dodge? Who needs a Dodge? 2500 diesel.
Who needs an F-150 when you got
the dumb truck?
When you got this motherfucker? All right.
Thanks
Can
to
I
our
hang a
Facebook
flag in
group.
the back of this truck? That's what I want to know.
Thanks to our Facebook group, all I see is Laura Craft. The old school.
Yeah. You see that? You see the one with the halo? The fucking Spartan in
Yeah.
it? It was like the new Halo 5 truck. Wouldn't it be funny if this shit was in Halo 5? If like they made
That'll be
fun
next
of it?
week's article. This might feature in the next Halo game.
Oh my god! Guess how many people have reserved the Cybertruck since yesterday, Gunny?
Gosh, it was something like 100,000.
146,000. 146,000 people have pre-ordered the Cybertruck, and 41% of those, Gunny, picked the $70,000 option.
People got monies. They don't know what to do with. Just buy the dump truck.
It says, okay, so 41% picked the $70,000 option. 42% picked the middle option, which I think was like around 50,000, and then only 17%, the last hobo, 17% picked the $39,000 option. There you go, Gunny.
It'll be interesting to see this thing on the street. That'll be.
Can you imagine the first time you see this thing driving down the fucking street? You know it's gonna turn heads, right? Like people are gonna be looking at you like, "What the fuck are you driving, dude?"
Right?
Fucking look like a tank.
Being street legal?
Tank driving down the street.
Go ahead and shoot me, cop. It's bulletproof.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Yeah, the first criminal that gets a hold of this shit, he goes on a high-speed chase.
He's gonna lock himself in.
He's gonna lock himself in. The thing, listen, the thing has it has no door handles, right? Like the door handles come in. How are the cops gonna get in there? The shit's bulletproof. It's just like, open the door.
No. I don't answer questions.
I don't answer questions, officer. Leave me alone.
I'm kind of drunk. Leave me alone.
Tesla, autopilot home. This thing could go for 500 miles, officer. How long can your car go for?
Yeah, 300 miles on a flat, bitch.
Got fucking run flat tires on this motherfucker. Let's go. I'm gonna stop at and then all you need to do is stop it like at a charging station and keep the high-speed chase going, man. Yep. Ain't nothing stopping that motherfucking thing. That thing's a tank.
We're trying with battering rams. Shit, we still can't get in it. What the fuck? Try to get the jaws of life. There's nothing to cling on to.
Yeah, we're crazy.
This thing's like a stealth bomber. What's going on?
Oh, shit. Moving on to more news. Human Head Studios is closing, but everyone's been offered jobs at Bethesda. It says here that the Rune 2 developer is no more, but the team is now forming a new Bethesda studio. Human Head Studios, the developer of the original Prey, is shutting down, Gunny. So it's been around since the late 90s, but action RPG Rune 2, which launched on the Epic Game Store yesterday, but was meant to be out on Steam next year, will be its final game. So there you go.
Hey, good. Glad they're able to go right to work at Bethesda's new studio. That's good. Jobs are important.
Goblin Head Studios. What do you think they're going to be called over there? Well, it says here that, Human Head they reached out to Bethesda and impressively the entire staff were offered jobs.
That's cool, man. Shout out to Bethesda.
It says here the studio will be called the Roundhouse Studios. And they're going to be working on a mystery project.
Oh, cool.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sweet. I can't wait to see what they're working on.
It says here it's not clear whether this leaves the future of Rune 2. It only came out yesterday, and pre-orders couldn't have been great. Human Head is closing shortly after. It says here with online co-op and PvP, you'd expect a degree of ongoing support, but with the developer and presumably the publisher, gone, it doesn't seem likely. And it says here there was an update to the article. It says here Rune's 2 publisher Ragnarok has released a statement expressing shock at Human Head's closure. They said, quote, "We found out about this news when you did." And they promised continued support for the game. So, yes. Well, shit happens, right?
Right on the Epic stores. Sweet.
That's right. More Steamer news. Big Steamer news here. State of Decay 2 is coming to Steam next year.
I wonder why that one's taking so long.
Says here,
I think it was just probably because, when they acquired them, and they probably already had that works in the deal with Steam. That's my take on it.
Says here, launch date is April 1st, 2022.
Yeah. And also, I think, I don't know, it's just like these time things, right? They're just basically it's a timed exclusive.
That's a long time. That's 3 years from now or 2 years from now. But it says here that the actual release date on the trailer says 2020.
Yeah, and I think I saw on Twitter it was one of the devs or might have been a dev or just somebody who works there that they were just talking about like no, we're just not exactly sure on the date, so it's just more of a placeholder on the Steam page. But yeah, they're just timed exclusive. They're just not calling them that, right? Just like was it the Master Chief Collection? Just like I called it when it was coming to Steam even a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember what person it might have been on. It might have been on Ryan McCaffrey's other podcast, when they talk about, like Game Pass stuff where, hey, look, you're kind of selling most of your copies of a game are sold within the first, 30 days of a game, right? So, I mean, even like a year later, year and a half later, it's like, why not just release it on everything else if possible? So I think we'll see a lot more of this.
True. Yep. Moving on, Warframe players get to work building spaceships. That's right. It says here Warframe players can start working on their fightable spaceships with the game's Rising Tide update that is available now on PC. They just can't start flying them until Warframe's Imperium expansion arrives, which is looking like early next year. So you can start building them, but you can't fly them. It says here, first, players must construct a dry dock to build the Mighty Railjack, the vessel which was revealed back at TennoCon 2018. It says you're working alone or in co-op. They'll go through 2 new missions to acquire the blueprints and 6 Railjack components needed to build the thing. Upon completion, players will find that they need additional components to start the engines and fly it, and those will be provided later via the Imperium expansion. It says here the update also introduces 4 new resources to help with ship construction, and players may start collecting them now. Once Imperium launches, players may use these resources to fly their Railjack with different weapons and upgrades. Well, there you go, Warframe players. That game gets
here
a
I
lot
thought
of
this was
updates.
just a third-person shooter. But more content, the better.
That game is huge. It's probably one of the biggest free-to-play games out there.
Yeah, I mean, besides Fortnite, fuck yeah, it's probably
up there.
Why not add more content? Even they added a lot more last year.
Yeah.
No, was it earlier this year they did? Yeah.
Yeah, that game seems to always have content coming out for it.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to more news. Microsoft is showing interest in Project xCloud exclusives, and they say that any discussions are in the very early stages. That's right. During a roundtable at XO19, Microsoft's Kareem Kudri said that the company is having discussions with first and third-party developers, but emphasized that these talks are still in the early stages and Microsoft doesn't have any announcements to share at the moment. So according to Kudri, new content and IPs can take around 2 years to develop, so it's likely will be a long while before we hear anything about potential exclusives. In an interview with Tech Radar, Microsoft made it clear that xCloud is very much a multi-year journey for the company, so it's possible we're talking about years down the line, if ever. So,
Yeah, sure.
Who cares? Big news.
Whatever.
No one cares, Xbox. Fuck you. Moving on to more news. Let me tell you about something here, Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Today, during CitizenCon 2949, Star Citizen developer Cloud Imperium Games talked about the, quote, quantum technology, which is basically a universe simulator. First of all, the developers talked about the issues that quantum is designed to solve. We learned that creating missions the way it has been done so far is time-consuming and quite static. It also doesn't involve any context to customize the mission to the current situation, negatively impacting diversity and immersion. So, what did Star Citizen do, Mayo and Gunny? They invented quantum, which is being revealed today. You can watch it in a YouTube video. And so pretty much, quantum is like a new type of thing that creates like missions on the fly. For you.
I thought the quantum computer was invented a long time ago, but it's not a computer.
It's like an engine type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited for that, Mayo? Are you going to play some Star Citizen now?
I might. I've been wanting to pick it up actually, so maybe they'll just kind of get me to pick it up. I think regardless of whether they would have had any new news for it, then I probably would have been getting this here eventually.
Wait for the next free-to-play.
Yeah.
I think I still have it installed, so I'm waiting for the next, go ahead and get that launcher. Get your Robert Space Station, whatever the fuck launcher it's called.
I need another launcher.
Yeah, I think you can just go download the launcher. I'm pretty sure you can. And then you just need I can actually guide you through the how to activate that code.
Yeah, I want my whole bottom of my screen to be
but...
filled with launchers at some point.
Yeah.
So pretty much they say that this simulates a dynamic universe. That's what it does. Yeah, Star Citizen, boys. Star Citizen.
It's a good game. Like I said, I played it, and I should have done more training on it first.
Yeah.
Instead of ejecting myself out of the ship.
The game has now over 2,424,030 accounts registered for it.
Nice.
And has raised over $241 million in crowdfunding.
The game looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
They've done a great job at it.
They've also added a brand new Theater of War gameplay mode. So, there you go. That's it. That game seems way too ambitious for me. It's never going to be done.
I think it'll be probably 5 years.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Most people...
That's the minimum.
A lot of people... Half the people that backed it will be dead by then. Fuck.
Yeah.
Let me talk about Civilization 6 real quick. It just came out on consoles last Friday. That's November 21st. So this has been a well-received game on the Xbox One from what I'm hearing in terms of gameplay and in terms of the gamepad support with it. Problem is the price. So the game itself, Gunny, costs $60, right? But to buy the expansion that was released the same day that the game came out, there is a Civilization 6 expansion bundle that adds 2 new modes. Let me look it up for you right here. 2 new modes. This adds expansion bundle, which combines both Rise and Fall and Gathering Storm expansions. So that bundle itself is $50, right?
Right.
So now the game is up to $110 plus.
Oh yeah.
Plus, they've added another DLC called Civilization 6 Nubia Civilization and Scenario Pack. So you want to play as a Nubia Civilization, you're going to pay $5 for that. Plus, the Khmer and Indonesia civilizations are locked on the $9 pack.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about this before, but just chill, people. Wait the 30 days until some kind of like end of the year sale.
You're going to be paying $120 to buy all the packs for this at launch when, like, on PC, you can just get Mayo Pass and play for free.
True. Or you know what? You know who else has it? For any of our PC listeners out there? The CDKeys.com. They always have Civ games on there.
He's just giving Mayo shit. Get the Mayo
Big
Pass
steamer.
and play for free.
Can we play this big steamer?
We can. We can. We saw
why am I getting crap out of this? You should be happy you get to play Civilization 6 and save $130.
Crazy.
Yeah. No, and you know the crazy part for me is that I actually saw this game on sale recently. I always see it on sale on Steam, but the craziest sale that I saw for it was like the gold edition or whatever, the one that comes with all the DLC and shit. That was like $30.
Yeah.
And that came with literally that came with every fucking thing, like everything the game has ever released, like 20 expansions and shit, like everything, dude, was included. And it was at least $30 or $40, maybe 40, maybe I'm thinking too cheap, but it was like 40, maybe 50. I'll say even 50. But it literally had every expansion ever, like everything that the game has ever made, like everything they ever released for it was there for you at $50.
This game just goes on sale all the time, though. So hopefully for the Xbox, it's the same way for you guys out there. If you really want to play Civilization 6, give it time. I got a feeling they'll put it on sale.
That is insane to me.
It's just on sale all the time.
So for my console cronies out there, just have patience, please.
That
Don't
sucks,
pay
though,
$110
man.
stupid dollars. Don't even buy the $60 version yet. Just wait.
Well, like our friend the Blaze,
our
friend the Blaze, Dirk Blaze from the Blaze Experience. He bought this Gunny. I mean, he's going to do a podcast on it and all, so I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get why he's doing it, but he's also buying it because he enjoys it. That's why he does these podcasts that cover these games in depth.
And he doesn't have a PC, I don't think.
No, he doesn't. But he was excited that it was coming to the.
PC.
He was excited that it was coming to the Xbox. I hope he didn't buy the whole thing. Like that's a lot of money.
So he must have really liked Civ Rev, right? That must have been
he
his
loved
thing.
it. Yeah. He recently made a podcast about it, talking about like the launch of this game or whatever, how excited he was for it. And I mean, he was excited, but fucking $100.
Yeah. They probably, they just throw it on there and they're like, let's see who buys this. Right? They can make a lot of money on it, for sure. Yep.
Anyways.
Freaking Sid Meier's.
That's all I have for news, guys. I mean, really, that's all I have for news. Oh, have you guys seen Google's new ad?
Oh, yes. I posted that actually in our Discord.
So you know what, Mayo? I'm just saying,
ad?
I mean, for me personally, like, I'm glad you put that in there, but so I could check it out. But I thought it was a pretty dumb trailer. I don't know.
It seemed like one of those. Remember those original Xbox trailers when like the first Xbox was coming out?
Yeah.
You remember those? Like, hey, bro, what's an Xbox? There's some dude explaining what the fucking Xbox was or whatever.
Right. Well, I don't know. Even like the new Nintendo system coming out, like they kind of played off of that. It's Nintendo game. It's a box. Yeah.
But it's a video we're going to go back and in 10 years watch. Stadia will be successful at some point in time. Give it time to get out of their beta mode.
That's what you claim. No.
Yes, we'll see. But then we'll have this old video we'll be able to go back and look at like 10 years down the road and be like, this was the first Stadia commercial.
Yeah.
You know, like we would go back and see the first Xbox commercial or the first
People are
PlayStation
thinking
commercial.
90s? It came out in the 90s? No.
You know,
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. But, yeah. Anyways. What else? That's all I have for news. That's
Hey,
and that's it for news, guys. We're done.
right. That was that. Let's move on to the console corner because you didn't talk about it last week. I thought Mayo, I was so close. I was like, yeah, Mayo's going to call out the console corner. And then he's like, nah, yeah. Gunny can get it next week.
that wouldn't have been very natural if Mayo was calling out console corner, the PC guy in the community.
Well, you know what? I updated it before I left. Before I left for the airport, and then I was like, I got it all up nice and neat and put some icons in there, and I thought I'd throw in that free Steam game from last week, and
I think I hit on that though. I think
you skipped over the console stuff and went right to the Steam game. You gravitated towards it, you big steamer.
It was a theme,
but I don't think there's anything really new in here. As far as like the PlayStation, you still get Neo, which I downloaded, but I haven't played yet. Been watching a lot of Neo 2 on Twitch. That game looks pretty cool. So if you like those hack and slash Japanese samurai swords, looks sweet. Yeah, Neo and Outlast 2 are your PlayStation Plus games for November. As for Xbox, you have the Final Station and your backwards compatibility game of, this is towards the end of the month of November, is Joyride Turbo. Again, that was back on the Xbox 360, compatible with your Xbox One. Go play those games. They're fun. Moving on to the Evil Epic Store, what is now available for free to download is Bad North Jotun Edition. Jotun or Jotun? Jotun Edition.
I'm not sure. Just get it on Game Pass. It's already on there, right?
Oh, is it? Yeah, I think
it's that game I talked about a few weeks ago.
Always fucking adding shit on. I should just do like a Game Pass thing because they're constantly adding, just throwing games at that thing.
But again, this is more I see. All these Game Pass games and these free Epic games and these Humble Bundle games, they're all the same games being given away on all these platforms.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, and if you go to, also if you guys, I don't go there on there as often. I really, really watch most of my Twitch stuff on the iPad. But I will go ahead and update my Twitch app on the PC. And yeah, they offer games on there, I think, every week. And a lot of those are like something similar to like an ID at Xbox games. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can actually get those and claim those for free. Sometimes they'll give out 2 a week. So yeah, just watch out for your Amazon Prime stuff. And like Jesus said, you can add, gold bars, jobs for Red Dead Redemption 2. GTA 5 has stuff that they even throw in there. A lot of Apex Legends. So yeah, I mean, shout out to even Twitch for a lot of free stuff. All right, that ends our console corner, folks. Now we're moving on to community questions.
That's right. Leave questions in the Facebook group or Discord, people, and our Twitter.
Either and or.
Or messages.
All right, our first question comes from Epic Arc. I think his name's Eric Smith. That guy. He says, what do you think of the nominations for Game of the Year awards? Oh, I had that link, I think, Jesus, if you go to Skype. If he's talking about the Jeff Keighley Awards.
Yeah.
Let's see, where was that? Let's see, I'll just go to Game of the Year. I think it was the Jeff Keighley one.
Yeah, that's the one we were looking at earlier before the show.
Yeah. Let me see. The Game Awards. Okay, so we have Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds.
I just don't... I don't know if Control should be down there, or even Resident Evil. or even Mario
Hmm.
or Smash Bros. Or whatever.
I mean, because you feel like those are older IPs. And they're
Yeah,
just,
I mean, well, no, Control just didn't get my attention, but maybe it's a good game. I don't know. Resident Evil 2, yeah, it's a remake, whatever, shouldn't be there. And Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out last year.
yeah,
I
didn't
was
it like
actually
it
making
didn't
a
meet the
list,
cutoff?
and I
And
think
then
my
also,
list gave it January. Like it was the very beginning of January.
I thought it came out last year,
What?
but then it missed the cut or
No.
something from last. I don't remember,
No, Mayo. You're fucking
but
wrong.
also I think I'm thinking about Super Smash Brothers. Wasn't there already a Super Smash Brothers, and then now they're just calling this one Ultimate? It's basically the same thing. I don't own a Switch. I'm just saying.
Yeah, same here.
I know there's a lot more characters.
I'm gonna vote right now for my game.
You're voting for. Let me see. Don't tell me Outer Worlds.
Can't tell you, Gunny.
I think it's already the second one on the list. We know Death Stranding's going to win. Right, Jeff Keighley's in that one. Let's see. There's also, I want to say,
Keighley's on that one.
yeah.
He
Oh, man, I
is,
missed
right?
it. Hey, let me just go down. Also, there was a couple other things. Oh, here we go. Is it next category? Okay, so this is just by category. There's action games. What is it, Mayo, that we saw in here that were in there a lot? I think it was, believe it or not, Control and Death Stranding. I think we're in on most of the categories.
Yeah, they were, and they were a lot. Well, there was another one there, but I can't remember what it was now. Let me pull it up too.
Yeah. I'm just looking through here.
Sekiro is in a lot of them.
Yeah, Gears 5
Yeah,
made it in
I
there.
think that's what it was. Sekiro was in there a lot.
Sekiro's in there for quite a few things like. Yeah, but then it's just your normal Game Awards stuff, where it's talking about esports and esports manager and person behind esports and stuff that maybe we don't care about, other people do. Then there's esport events. Hong Kong, baby. That's where I want to go.
Content. Who the fuck is Ewok?
I know there was a couple
Content
people where I'm
creators of the
I don't
year?
recognize any of these
Fuck
names in
is
here.
Courage, I've heard Dr. Lupo. Who the fuck is Grevki?
I know who this guy is. I know this new King Jang Team
Shroud?
Liquid, the esports coach, only because I've seen him on Twitch.
I'm gonna vote for Shroud because he's the only one I recognize mostly out of this list.
We're over here voting. Ewok.
Esports coach.
Shroud. I've been watching a little bit of Shroud. I think he's been playing. The hell was Shroud playing? Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah.
Have you played any of that, Mayo? Any more of that?
No, I've pretty much only been playing that with Big McLarge Huge. So I need to get back in there and play some rounds with him yet.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm just going to move on here to. So as far as nominations for the game, I think they're okay. I think. Let me think here. It sucks that Star Wars didn't make it in there, didn't make the cut.
Yeah, and what about like Call of Duty? Because Call of Duty had a good campaign and stuff.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
why is that in the cut also?
For which
True.
one?
Was that kind of like?
For nominations of Game of the Year.
It does for some categories, but not for Game of the Year.
I don't know if it's a better story than like whatever fuck Kojima's doing with Death Stranding or Resident Evil or.
It's more of a.
I don't
what
think.
do they call it?
I
It's
don't
much of
think
a
Super
reboot.
Smash Bros. Should be in there. I just don't think that game deserves a Game of the Year. Like why? Why does it deserve it?
Because they got to
a
represent Nintendo
niche
somehow.
I feel like this year we haven't seen hundreds of people talking about Super Smash Bros. All year long. I mean, if it was that good of a game, and I know it released December 7th last year, and it was that good of a game, you would have heard people talking about it for months and months and months. But as soon as Resident Evil 2 came out, or even Kingdom Hearts 3, why is Kingdom Hearts 3 not on here?
That's another good point.
You know what I mean?
I didn't think about that.
Kingdom Hearts 3 should be on this list, or something else. You know what I mean? Like, why do you Resident Evil 2 but not Kingdom Hearts?
Good point.
I don't know. This is a bullshit ass list for Game of the Year, I think.
Yeah, and it's like who voted for this initially?
Yeah, who the fuck? Yeah, which asshole came up with this list?
I mean,
Jeff Keighley, high as fuck, on his couch, thinking, "Oh fuck, I need to make that list for that show that I do every year." Oh fuck!
You probably called a friend up.
I need to make a list.
Give me a list. Give me 6 games right now.
He texted Mayo, "Hey Mayo, give me your 5 favorite games of the year." And Mayo was like, "Here you go, dude."
And then like, Jeff hung up on him. Right?
Perfect. This is the list now. Well, wait a minute. What's one Nintendo game I could throw in here? Super Smash Bros. Fuck it.
Right. Quickly throw one in.
Oh, shit.
That's funny. All right. Sean Fuller, horribly awkward. If Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One were all made out of edible material, which would taste the best? My money is on the red and blue Switch, tasting like bright crawler gummy worms. Ooh. Oh, let's see. If they were all made out of edible material. Yeah, you know, I do like the Switch colors. Those colors are popping. I do like that blue Switch. It reminds me of Blueberry. I was thinking of that when I first saw it, Sean. Maybe, yeah, pink would be that strawberry. Yeah, just thinking about the Switch in general with the different colors. I wish we saw more console stuff do stuff like that. Kind of like Xbox has done with PlayStation did with the with their PlayStation 4 controller or console with Spider-Man.
Yeah,
which I still want one of those.
Is kind of white, right? Isn't that like a white console with the handprints on it or something like that?
Yeah, that'd be like vanilla ice cream. See, you go next, Mayo.
But I don't like ice cream, so I can't count that one. And then just the boring color of the Xbox would, I don't know, I couldn't see anything in an Xbox I'd want. That would remind me of like a black gummy bean.
It wouldn't be like licorice. Some nasty ass black licorice.
I would have to agree. The Switch with the red and the blue, the bright colors, would have to represent some kind of fruit type taste or something like that. Maybe like some berry kind of flavor to it.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, because like every time I looked at the different Switches and stuff, I'm like, ooh, that yellow looks like I want some Starburst, banana flavored. Yeah. Okay, now I got a sweet tooth. All right. Next one from Bill C. Gardner. I see he wants to know if anybody finished Jedi Fallen Order. It's my current game of the year. Jesus is the only one.
Yeah. Yeah, but you still
slacking over here, Bill.
I'm looking at all these games on this fucking thing, and I'm like, I still gotta beat some of these games. Like, for example, like, I should really play A Plague Tale Innocence. Like, I haven't played that.
I hear it's good. I think Sean played it.
Need to finish.
I want to say he commented on it, and
need to finish the Outer Worlds. I mean, Borderlands 3 is Borderlands 3.
Did you finish Sekiro?
I didn't. Nope, but I did play it.
Yeah.
I have it on my Xbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
That
was probably the last game I bought on Xbox, I think. Was Sekiro.
Buy it on the Epic Store. Yeah. Brian Tulp Jr., what's up, dude? He has a question. He wants to know if he has created monsters by purchasing gaming laptops for his 2 boys, or his boys, however many he has. So I know I've talked about this before, Brian, and I was just kind of thinking through like some of the negative stuff as far as like, the wife is constantly yelling at the kid about time to turn the laptop off, get off the laptop. I'm just thinking of the difference between that and like a console where I feel like, I don't know, like he does like to play, he does a lot of online stuff like with Roblox. And he will play other little Steam games that his friend will purchase for him. Again, this is a longtime friend going way back to the Xbox 360. I want to say like Minecraft launch on the Xbox 360. So this guy's been a friend for literally 8 years. Yeah. So he's pretty cool. His mom's reached out to me a couple times. And so, yeah, like really good friends through the Xbox. So, but like I said, it's just been, I just feel like, maybe he spends a lot of time on it, or he's doing different things. I feel like he's more involved into it, but he does learn a lot of stuff. I gotta say, he's pretty quick on that keyboard. Learning, different scripts and documents. I don't know. I feel like it's a good learning thing for him, but but at the same time, it's like a lot of focus and attention on that thing and not homework. So.
Yeah, they're gonna be spinning it. Dad, Mom, I can do my homework on it.
Yes, that's the thing, right?
Let me take it to my room, and I'm gonna go do homework in my room. Okay, Mom.
But I figure that's what he's got his phone for, or his school iPad thing for. It's got the different portals and things like that. But, and he's using a lot of pen and paper stuff for, especially being in junior high. But yeah, it's like, at least close the lid on the frickin' laptop, That's the thing, trying to get him to close that thing. Not so much turn it all the way off, but yeah, I think it's a wait and see thing for you, Brian, to see how things play out. Because there's a lot to learn. The kids are sponges, man, and they just want to soak it all up and be part of that master race like the big steamer over here. Right?
That's right.
The big steamer.
Yeah. Brian also wants to know if there's anything we like during the Black Friday Xbox sale that's up. And for me, it's Breakpoint. I'm enjoying it. I recommend it. If you really liked Wildlands. And there was a lot of other stuff that, between me and Ryan that, we already own, and, a lot of our AAA stuff. But I'm going to go back and look again tomorrow. Look through the list again, see what else is good up on there.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at the list, honestly. So, no, I haven't heard everything I liked yet. So,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. So, games plenty. Who also wants to know, what do we think about Elf on the Shelf? What the hell's the Elf on the Shelf? I know you always hear about this.
What?
Elf on the Shelf, Gunny. It's a little elf that you go and you buy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you tell your kid, yo, look, Elf on the Shelf is coming, you motherfucker. You better be good. Just keep an eye on your ass. So you put up Elf on the Shelf. You put him up somewhere in your house, like on a shelf.
Okay, I'll buy an elf.
Then your kid's going to be like, what the fuck is that thing up there? You're like, oh, it must be the Elf on the Shelf. He showed up. And then every night you got to switch him around. You got to move him around to like different locations and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then you tell like your kid will wake up the next morning like, the Elf on the Shelf was in my room staring at me from my closet. And you're like, oh, he must have been like moved into your closet or something over the night. And then all the time he's supposed to be moving around and just that's it.
I never thought about terrifying my kid like that. That's a good idea.
You can do it. Elf on the Shelf, motherfucker. Woo!
Yeah. Shit, I'm gonna do that. So next time I go to Target, which will be Sunday, I'm definitely buying an elf.
And he's a little creepy looking thing too, I think, personally.
Yeah, he's a little creepy. I don't know. I think the origin of him is supposed to be a little creepy. I don't know. He's supposed to be like all like this. Oh, Elf on the Shelf, but no, he's a little fucking creepy.
Can I possibly, like, after maybe the 5th day, I'm going to tell my kid, don't you ever see the elf in different places? He'd be like, yeah. I'm like, did you ever hear about the elf that killed the little boy?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm just going to, like, freak him out. So better be good if you really want that next laptop. You want the better laptop, don't you? The faster laptop, right? Well, all the cores in it, huh? Yeah.
Scary.
See how well he does that homework. I'm kidding, guys. I wouldn't do that. Joke. Anyway. Next question from Jonathan Hall. GF&G. He says, with this being the end of a console era and the big old 2020, think you guys could do a game studio of this console generation award? With me submitting this question, there's already an assumed suggestion that Respawn should be taking the publisher of the console generation award. Well, what about you guys?
They're not a publisher, they're a game developer.
Actually, I contacted him earlier today. He did say he meant studio, so that's why I did change that to studio.
Okay.
So I was like, wait a minute, they don't actually publish games. So yeah, I mean, as far as like, should we make that part of an award? I never thought of that. I mean, that is kind of a good question.
That's hard, man, because like there's some studios that just make tons of games, and what are we basing it on? Content or the quality of the game? I mean,
right? Yeah. Some just make one big game on a year, and then other ones will release.
Rockstar
would be a good
Red
example.
Dead Redemption 2 in like the last 10 fucking years. You know what I mean?
See, John? See, I contacted John earlier. We knew he would say Rockstar.
Like they made one game.
Made Paladins and Realm Royale.
Yeah, and High Res would be like Alan maybe. I love High Res. They made Paladins and Realm Royale. You know, it's like
with bots.
Okay, I mean, you know, like all these companies make like one fucking game. A lot of the bigger ones do make like one game.
Yeah, I mean, for some it would constantly be 100% my favorite.
CD Projekt Red.
Like for some people, it would be CD Projekt Red because they made. I guess they're making Cyberpunk and Witcher, right? Witcher 3?
Yeah, because I was thinking, well, if it was like a publisher of mine, it would be probably Ubisoft. Who knows who actually makes like Division 2 and Wildlands and Breakpoint. And
there are 50,000 studios they own around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a stupid question, Jonathan.
That's a good no. I mean, as far as like, if we take the life spike, let's take that PS4. You know, would it be Naughty Dog?
Yeah.
Right, that would be a good one.
It's not a stupid question, Jonathan. I just needed to say that to piss you off, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go on. Moving on now.
Coalition. There you go. The Coalition. Gears of War. Moving on here, folks. Night Brown wants to know: are there any Black Friday deals for the HGP gear? Redbubble, folks. He wants to get that doormat for $1.99. That HGP doormat.
I said I got an email for saying that like the shit was half off or something. I don't know. You should probably go check because we don't control that, dude. We don't control it.
No, we don't control the prices.
No.
But they run sales all the time. So if you watch, they'll send you emails all the time. If you create an account, I'm pretty sure I get an email every other day saying free shipping, half off, 20% off, stuff like that all the time.
Dude.
You know, and it's funny. I know I have an account, but it didn't for some reason. I'm not getting spammed. But yeah, some spam you, some don't, I guess.
If you want to get spammed, visit it a couple more times, and then it'll eventually start popping up, and you'll never go away.
Yeah. All right. Narpron also asks, when life's kicking you in the butt and you don't want to deal with it, he wants to know if we avoid it by playing more video games or stop playing video games to deal with said issue.
It depends on the issue.
Yeah, I try to address the issue and get it out of the way and then go back to games.
Yeah, I guess for me, like, sometimes it could be such a distraction. It's like, it's affecting how and what game I want to play.
Yeah.
You know, so like you said, resolve said issue or at least...
Attempt to,
yeah, thank you. Yeah. Right, because you're just, if you play more video games, I guess you're just denying the inevitable.
Dude, that Death Stranding PS4 Pro was on sale today. For $299.99.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Sold out.
Yeah, I'm curious, like, if there's a sale on that game itself, but I might have to, I was thinking if I have to buy it physical.
I wonder, because I'm looking at their PlayStation sale, and it's not on sale on their digital store, but it might be on the physical somewhere.
I'm thinking next month it should be. That's what I'm... Yeah, money's a little tight. Your car's broken down, folks.
Right now they have like a
major...
sales. Right now they have a major sale going on the PS Store.
Yeah, I gotta talk to Supreme Commander. Fix my car, or I'll be walking like Sam Porter Bridges over here to work. Right? I think I was talking to John about that earlier.
Gunny will have all this alcohol delivery on his back.
Big ass backpack he's wearing.
Got bottles of booze out
there. It's fucking stacked up high. Yeah.
Don't fall over the bottles. Will pour out, the baby
Gunny,
starts crying, then you're going to be drinking the bottles. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right. Next question.
All right, Big McLarge over on our Discord wants to know why that Tesla truck looks so fugly. Because Elon smokes a lot of dope.
The future. It's got, it can't be. It's got to look like the future.
What do you think? It was going to look like a Volkswagen Bug?
Yeah, what the fuck
Beetle?
are you thinking, bro? Like,
Round and bubbly? No. Dr. Doom 71. That's a good year, Doctor. He wants to know who's buying the new Tesla Warthog.
Warthog.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think
Paint that thing green. It's a Warthog. Yep.
somebody's going to buy that. You know that. They're going to do that, right? Someone's going to buy it, and they're going to just totally, like, fucking paint that thing in Halo green, and, like, yeah, it's going to be done.
Didn't they have, like, there was, I remember Ryan McCaffrey was talking about how, or, no, Alana Pierce, I think she was talking about, was it down in New Zealand, and they actually made, like, an actual Warthog?
Yeah.
I think it was for something for the Halo TV show, but it just never came to fruition at that point.
Yeah.
So somebody's rubbing a fucking Warthog down in New Zealand.
Just hauling around.
Yeah. That would be sick, man. The only one. That's cool.
Sick.
All right. And our last question here from Pork Chop Boo. He wants to know what genre of video games do you think have been lackluster or you'd like to see make a comeback? Boy, what have we not seen?
Racing games.
Huh?
Racing games, in my mind, have been pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
Not since really, I don't feel like since maybe the original Need for Speed, like Underground.
Oh, yeah, I had that
games been that popular. Yeah. I remember back when Underground was popular and Turismo was pretty popular. And when Forza's first came out, they were popular. But they just, now it's pretty much Forza. And I don't hear much about Turismo, per se, I guess.
Yeah, and you just asked me about that earlier, why I haven't purchased it. But I want to say I played it back on the PlayStation 3. And again, 4 is my exclusive, so that's something I should have or should have played by now.
I mean, it's hard to do something new to make it a comeback without it being, feeling the same. But you need to get creative and come up with something.
Yeah, I know Grid came out with their new game. Just simply Grid, that's what it is. Yeah, but
maybe the VR version will be good because I really enjoy Project Cars 2 on VR.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be the rebirth of racing games is when VR becomes full-fledged.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Right.
VR with multiplayer, like legit, like you look over and there's like 5 other fucking dudes in VR headsets and they're racing and you can look at each other and flip each other off and shit. Fuck you, motherfucker, I'm trying to pass you.
And thinking about racing games and stuff like that, but what about, and it's something we always wanted it coming, especially from Xbox, what was that airplane game called? You guys remember? Back on, I think it was an exclusive back on the 360 because it was from one of their studios. I know some people are yelling at me right now what it is, but, you can just do acrobatic things like that, via an airplane. But it was really good, and I just thought about like something like that, where it's not just like a top-down view; it's more of that, first person in a plane. But I don't know; it's just more along that racing thing.
Well, I mean that's what Microsoft Flight Simulators kind of bring, kind of.
Right. So I remember that. I know that's. Yeah, I can crash into your house. You crash into mine. Fuck yeah.
Should be a lot of people crashing into houses, I think.
That's gonna be pretty cool, especially with, now that we've got even better graphics cards on our PCs and stuff, and people got ray tracing, and yeah.
Do you guys remember how original Pilot Wings was at the time? Remember that game? With the parachuting and all that stuff? I remember that game being really unique at the time when it first came out.
Yeah.
You guys don't remember it?
Yeah.
Nintendo 64, I believe.
Oh gosh, there's so many out there.
Nope.
He says nope.
Damn, because now you had me Googling that, whatever that, the flight game was, but Ace Combat. That was a good one. And Hawks. Those were really good.
Hawks.
But it wasn't... Yeah.
Yeah. I think that Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to really bring a lot of people back into flying games. I think it's going to make flying games cool again.
I guess Pilot Wings is on the Super Nintendo.
Because
Yeah, you had Blazing Angels.
flying games haven't been that big this console generation. I think the only one that's been out is Ace Combat 7, no? Is that like the only one they ever made this generation?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah,
Oh, it was called Crimson Skies. Do you remember that, Jesus? Crimson Skies back in 2003.
Oh, yeah, that game was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to bring something like that back.
Yep.
I don't know. Even if you make like a World War II airplane fucking dogfighting game or something, that would be cool.
Yep.
I want a flying game, damn it.
I know, right? I know. I was thinking like, I know Ace Combat, but I'm thinking like Hawks. They had, those were really good.
Yeah.
Just to name a few of those, but
All right.
excellent. Anyway, guys, I think we've reached the end of our show, the end of our questions.
All right. Cool. Find me on PlayStation or whatever, playing as Sam Porter Bridges, building bridges and shit.
Build me a bridge, baby.
And Beat Saber. I want to get rid of my VR, guys. I don't know. Should I?
Sell it to me.
I don't
know, because I almost wonder with this next generation they're going to push VR more. I guess Sony's thing in this year VR is going to work.
Yeah. It's still a thing. It's still
you think I should still keep it?
still trendy.
I think you should keep it because I think you're going to hear some titles come out. They're going to be PSVR supported.
Yeah.
Like Astrobot 2 or something like that.
Probably it's going to look better too, huh?
And they're going to be coming full-fledged games at this point, I think. I guess, but we haven't heard anything in a while. I think they're pushing AAA titles.
I just need like a fucking flight simulator on this shit. That's what I need, damn it. I would play that thing all day long. You would.
What was the game that you played on there that was VR? That full that full game?
The flying one?
Yeah.
Ace Combat 7.
Ace Combat, right? Because I know that's on.
I haven't even touched the actual campaign in that thing, like the story mode on the regular TV. I haven't done that. All I played was the fucking VR mode. That's all I play on that thing. It's fun. But yeah, I need a flying game.
Anyway.
Find me. Jesus Walks a Lot on everything, and Jesus Walks a Lot on everything. Says Walks a Lot. JESUS Walks a Lot. Capital JWA.
Awesome, guys. Go to every launcher. Go find me.
Every launcher.
Every goddamn launcher. Every launcher out there. Just add me on Gunny Chief. I'm over there. Even on the Steam machines. What about you, Big Steamer? Where do we find you?
That would be me, I guess, huh? You got to find me as the Mayo and the Mayo 1. Mayo in Discord and Mayo 1 on Steam and Origin and Uplay and all that fun stuff. And that is it.
That is it, people. Jesus. Take us out. What does Gidget say?
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. Eat your Brussels sprouts this Thanksgiving. Also eat the green beans, eat the mashed potatoes, eat the gravy, extra gravy on that turkey. Make yourself some turkey sandwiches the day after. Eat the ham, eat some pie.
You know what you put in? You know what you put inside? You know what you put inside that turkey sandwich with the gravy?
What?
When you take it to work?
What?
Big slice of cranberry sauce.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's ribbed for your pleasure.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you? You people. You fucking people.
Like jelly in a can, man.
If somebody offers you sauerkraut on Thanksgiving, throw it away. Throw that shit in a trash can. Just throw it. I'm not sauerkraut. What's that shit? Coleslaw?
Oh, coleslaw.
You want some coleslaw? Throw that shit in the garbage. In the garbage. Nasty ass shit. Throw it away. Just throw it away.
Wait a minute. Who's making that on Thanksgiving? I
don't know.
I thought it was like stuffing. Yeah.
Yeah, you got stuffing. It's all good. All that shit's good. But remember, people, have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for being listeners of the show. If Remember to share us with your friends and family. Remember to have them listen to us. Have them sign up for Stitcher Premium. Have all your family sign up for Stitcher Premium. On Thanksgiving, just be like, hey, let me see your phone. And then type in Stitcher.com/premium on the browser. And then put sign in with Facebook. Sign up now. And then use promo code Horrible Gamers and sign up for them. Yeah, all of them. All your family members. Woo!
Family, friends, iTunes reviews.
Yeah, leave us reviews on iTunes. iTunes.
I think that's probably the most helpful thing for us, right?
Yeah, honestly, it is because we're the most downloads we get are from iTunes people, and we need iTunes reviews bad. Even if you left one in the past, go back and double check because that review might be gone. For some reason, we lost a lot of our reviews back in. I want to say back in 2015, we lost all of our reviews. Like they just all got deleted.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder who went in there and did that.
I don't know. It just all got deleted, and then we pretty much had like all the reviews we have now are like from 2015 on up. But we had before that we had like 45 reviews, and then they all got deleted, and then we lost them all. And it's like
Somebody's
fuck.
hacking our iTunes.
No. So yeah, go leave reviews. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe. We'll see you on this next week's show, and Red Dead Redemption 2 will be on the Game of the Year categories. Bye! Bye!
We're just going to leave it like that. Bye, everyone.
Bye!
Or argue offline. Good night.